scouting the area until you get here. So, just a recap of last session. You guys are currently on level 19 of Undermountain, the Caverns of Ooze. And you found a derelict spelljammer vessel, a sunken ship, and this ever-flowing effluvium. This brown, yellow, white, red, and black ooze that seems to be emanating throughout this level. The level itself is fairly cavernous. You know, there are stalagmites, stalactites, and you've also found a rampart leading down to level 20. As you guys had been exploring, you'd also met a Djinni, a Merid, a Djinni from the elemental plane of water, who has told you that there is a game, basically, where it needs to get a phylactery of a lich for its opposition, who cannot be named according to the Djinni. The Merid went to great lengths to impress you all. Glug sung you a song and told you to just go get the lich's phylactery, bring it back to the Djinni, and all will be well. You don't need to go and speak to anyone else. Pick Glug. Anyway, you guys told the Merid how good it was at singing. You praised it, and you've now continued exploring more of this level. As you've arrived in the 60-foot high cavern, you've found another very large pool of this viscid, foul-smelling ooze. It's flowing sluggishly to the northwest. There is a mud mephit named crouching near the edge of the ooze, and he was just poking the ooze with this short stick while mumbling to itself. It seemed somewhat obligated to introduce itself to you all, although it protested its very being here. And it told you a few things, that this ooze is from an orb that fills the cavern, coming from a place called the Swamp of Oblivion, that Hallister captured a strange-looking vessel and hid it in a giant cave nearby, and that the ship is alive, and that there is a powerful demon trapped in a statue to the north. And you can tell that has been reluctant this entire time, but also felt compelled to tell you about the competition between the two Djinnis. I must go and take you to Jaruk. Must take you to Jaruk. Okay? You must follow me, please. There is a game between the Djinnis. You've already met with Glug, so you'll come to me. I will guide you through the caverns. And as this is happening, this like mud bubble of scamp has like just kind of popped up from one of these arteries of ooze, and it looks exactly like scamp, and then it pops and mud splashes out in every direction from scamp, and standing in the middle of the ooze now is scamp.
Immediately.
How did you get here?
Hallister.
Yeah, that's a good explanation. I'm coming out of mud. What's wrong with this world?
Yes. Happens all the time. Come on, this way.
Right.
Follow me.
If you had pants, I would tell you to keep them on.
If I had pants, I wouldn't wear them. Takes too long to put on. Alright, you guys trudge through the mud. It's very sticky. Yeah. It completely covers your legs. It slows you down almost as if it's kind of sucking you in, but it's not forceful enough that it doesn't really have a whole lot of resistance when you try to drag your legs out from it. So you navigate through it easily, albeit you get covered in mud and it stinks like egg.
As we're moving along, I'll cast Prestidigitation on myself, and then I guess between me and Cage, we'll get everybody else as we walk.
The mud mephit turns around excitedly when you cast a spell. Come on then.
Why did you get so excited when we used that cantrip?
I thought you were doing a magic on me.
I don't know why we would do magic on you.
Yeah.
Would you like magic done to you?
Why would you do a magic on me? I can't tell you that.
Alright.
Clean a mud.
Follow me.
I wonder if it actually is a mud method. If it's just a different kind of method, it's just covered in this nastiness.
As you guys are walking by this artery of ooze, it seems to flow down the tunnel and pool in this slight depression in the floor. This humanoid shape rises up from the pool. It's Halastu's ooze cloak.
Of course.
Bubbles of mud emanate from its mouth. It looks exactly like Halaster, except completely comprised of ooze, but complete with his robe stitched with eyes, his staff, or his scepter with the dragon heads on each end, and the same wild look of abandon in his eyes. And he begins casting a spell. So you guys see him murmuring and start waving his hands around, doing some somatic components. Pavel.
I don't know if this is the real one. I mean, it's most likely fake, but Pavel. Alistair's a weird guy, so we don't even know if this is him, just disguised. So. I can't use my reaction for holding it, so I guess I'll just wait and see if he does cast a spell. So I'm just gonna dodge for now.
Okay,
Just use
you're
dodge
unsure
action.
what Halastu's ooze cloak's gonna do, so you go on the defensive, trying to dodge any incoming attack. Scan.
I'm gonna run away because I don't want to be fireballed potentially. We'll also dodge.
Rolling.
Okay, this thing is made completely of mud, right?
Yes.
I know this is probably not going to work, but I think Roland would try anyway. If it's made completely of mud,
mud is a subjective term. It's ooze
okay,
from
okay,
the
not
elemental
mud,
plane
ooze.
of the Swamp of Oblivion.
Well, if he's actually under there rather than it being completely made of this ooze, then that should clean him off of the ooze, right?
Alrighty, you cast Prestidigitation on him, and it doesn't seem to do anything.
Alright, that's... I don't know if that's good news or bad news. Then I don't have my soundboard up right now, but I'll power chord and I'll target myself, Darius, Cage, Brew, and Pavel, all the ones that are close at the moment. So I can do this without taking any kind of opportunity.
You guys shuffle around.
Alright, don't forget to add your 10th HP. For my actual movement, he's not actually moved yet. I'll get over here, kind of behind this wall a little bit, and that's my turn.
Turns around.
Oh yeah, I forgot my space sensor.
Oh, it's him. Are you moving again, Brew?
Oh, sorry. That was late.
Okay. Yeah, it's the turn's already over. Alright, he turns around, faces Halastoos, and he just murmurs in Primordial to himself. Darius.
I'm going to just unfurl my whip, and I will hold an action to attack if he does something violent.
Okay. Brew.
Oh, Alistair, you're looking pretty oozy there. You better get out of that mud. Here, let me give you a hand. I'll attempt to grapple it.
Alright, you place your hands in the mud and it's got the consistency of mud. There's nothing tangible to grab onto. The ooze slips through your fingers and it coats your hands in the ooze.
Huh. Alright. Alistair? You seem oozier than usual.
Blows some more mud bubbles out of its mouth.
Then I will just move around to the other side of it. Pardon me, Darius.
The space hamster is just clinging onto you, Roland, using your pointy ears as like a kind of like a Ratatouille style steering wheel.
I mean, you can hold on. It can hold on to the horns like
Oh,
like,
it thinks
like
so.
motorcycle handlebars.
It thought they were ears, but they're horns. All right, Alistair begins casting a spell. Bubbles
I don't think it's Alistair.
are coming out of his mouth. His fingers are moving in the gesticulations of a spell. And nothing but a mud bubble bursts out of his mouth. And seems to be nothing more than just a harmless phenomenon. He keeps on waving his hands around, but nothing comes about from that.
Well, better to be safe than sorry, anyway.
Thank you, Brew, for proving to us that was not the real one. Thank you very much, honestly.
You know, you never know. He was a chicken that one time, remember?
No, exactly. I think he has some corporeal form at least, not just, you could reach inside of him.
Says, we must keep going. Follow me.
So is he still speaking in Primordial?
Yeah, you're the only one that's understanding this, Roland.
Okay.
Brew speaks Aquan, so he has a bit of Primordial.
Alright, if you speak Primordial, because that Aquan's like a dialect, then you can understand him as well. He's actually switching up between Aquan and Terran. As you guys move into this mud, it's quite deep here. It's about 3 feet deep, and you're wading through it at about waist height. As you leave this tendril of ooze, Halastu's ooze cloak just converges back with the ooze, just dropping into the pool and blending in with the rest of the ooze.
I wonder if we had the ability to walk on water. I wonder if we'd be able to walk on top of this stuff. Because wading through it is getting rather tiresome, in my opinion.
Follow me this way. We're going to meet Jaruk.
Of course. You don't have any horses to hold, but I'll just tell you to be patient.
I wish I could. Not everyone gets to be free.
Oh. So it seems you are kept here very much against your will.
I never said that. That is merely an assumption.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's a correct assumption. Dry cave ground, I guess. That's good.
You squelch through this mud, and you're like fully coated in it at this stage. It's sticking to your clothing, and your clothing sticking to your backpack.
Yeah, I'll be prestidigitating as well.
And once again, when you cast prestidigitation, the spell just seems to cause the mud to just like roll off of you, almost as if it doesn't really stick to you at all. It rolls onto the ground and then slowly like edges back over to the main pool, as if it almost takes on a life of its own. Up ahead, there's a 30-foot high cavern, and there's two 10-foot high ledges flanking you guys. It's a little bit of a smaller one to the west, or to the north, I should say. A bigger one to the south. And then you see 5 stone gargoyles perched on the northern ledge. And they tilt their heads. They have, demonic faces. They tilt their heads and they turn towards you. One of them, however, leaves its perch. And you see it flutter off into the darkness to the north.
Alright. Strange.
The gargoyles say in unison, in Primordial, in Terran. Welcome to the magnificent subterranean domain of Jaruk the Deo. Stupid surface dwellers. Look at them.
Well, we're not so stupid.
They open their eyes. Oh shit, he can understand us.
Stupid gargoyles.
They scowl at you. One of them pokes their stony tongue out at you.
I flip them off as I walk by.
Another gargoyle quickly flies back overhead, over the top of you guys, and lands back on its perch.
Well, I suppose it would make sense that there would be a Dao along with a Marid. Or Merid, I'm not sure exactly how that's pronounced.
This way, it doesn't matter. And,
well, I mean, water and earth makes mud.
It does. Takes you to this large room, 30-foot high cave, and the walls, they're encrusted with crystals. Catch and reflect light, almost as if you've stood into an enormous geode. The floor is strewn with boulders, some quite large, but also some tiny bits of rubble. And you can hear this dissonant music emanating from the east.
Where did everyone go?
Through that tunnel, you will meet Jaruk. Now I may go.
Alright.
Thank you for the directions, sir.
So over here then.
Yes. And then leaves you guys. Have fun! And he just flutters back.
Okay, so So we're hearing music.
Yes.
Oh no. Is it?
Come on, my singing's not that bad, is it?
No.
It's coming from this cave down here.
Yeah, that's what. Is it like on par with the Merid's music, or is it better? Or
It's just a bit of a soft beat at the moment. It's hard to judge. Alright, as you head into this cavern, it's 30 feet high and it's also full of colourful rocks. It also looks like the inside of a geode. Everything encrusted with crystals. The floor is concave and it's filled with golden sand. As you step into it, your feet sink in slightly and you see these two robed figures. When you look around to your left, Darius, they're looking very ominous with daggers in their hands. They stand in the corner. And all of a sudden, a wind picks up in this room. It forms a whirlwind of sand as the music grows louder.
It's a capoeira match.
It's a day.
Capoeira.
A Djinni comprised of elemental earth. And she doesn't have feet, so she's not tapping her feet, but these two hooded figures to the north start tapping their feet. The Deo arrives and says, "Welcome to my cabin. I'm master of this hole. Jaruk is who I am, the Khan of rock and roll. I'm the sand in your shoes. I'm the soil in your graves. Jaruk is who I am, the diamond in these caves. I leave no stone unturned, my wealth beyond belief. Jaruk is who I am, a god in bas relief. Gold runs through my veins, it seeps through all my pores. Jaruk is who I am, the pleasure is all yours."
Well met, Jaruk.
On your knees. At once, you are in the presence of Jaruk. Bow before me, humble servants.
Well, what will you do if we do not?
Do you not find it rude to not show me the proper respect upon entering the mighty Jaruk's prismatic cavern?
Well, I find it odd that you show no respect to those that you wish to ask a favor of.
The Deo looks at you and you can tell that she's gritting her teeth. Yes. How uncivil of me. You know what I want. So
I'm assuming it's a phylactery.
Yes. Who have you spoken to? The little mephit of mud? Or those who cannot be named?
So, is it part of the game that Hallister has made you two play that you can't say the other's name?
Jaruk swirls around in the sand a little bit. Perhaps. So you've came here. You have arrived to help me, I take it. You know how this goes. There is a game. We must compete. And the first to receive Izat's phylactery wins their freedom, while the other is trapped for an eternity, damned to spend the remainder of their existence in this hell. This pathetic, feeble replication of the mighty elemental plane of Earth. So I implore you, bring me the phylactery of Izat, and you shall be rewarded with great vast treasures, superior to anything else on offer.
But how can we be sure of that without actually knowing what the reward is? See, he was not able to tell us what the rewards that he was willing to give either, so how would we know what to do?
Look at my jewelry. And you do notice that the Daruk is decked out with some golden earrings, an amber diadem, a few golden bracelets. These treasures that I am adorned with are a pittance compared to the treasure that you'll be gifted as a reward. I guarantee you that my treasure is superior to anything else on offer. You have my word.
What will you do if freed?
Then I shall take the phylactery and leave this place once and for all, returning to the elemental plane of Earth, which is superior to this world in every way imaginable.
What are you gonna do with the phylactery?
I have not decided that yet. I know only that I must take it with me, for that is the bargain that we have struck with Alistair.
Well, seems to me that this lich that we need to get rid of to get the phylactery, does not a lich appear reconstitute, I guess is the word, by its phylactery? Would it not then appear in your plane of existence if you took it with you?
I am not sure exactly what this creature, a lich, is that you speak of, or what a phylactery does exactly. But if you think for a moment that I will be threatened by it, I will reign supreme. I will summon the mighty power of the Prince of Earth, and he shall crush whatever threat you think could stand against me and my might.
Well, that sounds all well and good. Who is the Prince of Earth, by the way?
Your ignorance behooves me. But you are right. I must remain civil in your presence. Of course, my prince is Ogremarch.
Ah,
A
right.
being more powerful than anything in your world. Of such great heights and density that even witnessing it would cause your puny little heads to explode.
Yep, that sounds very bad.
Of course, I am able to witness its greatness. That is because I am vastly superior. That's not your fault.
Okay, one last question. Those two shady-looking people over there, who are they?
They are friends of mine, guests. They do not concern you.
Willing guests?
Of course. Do not disturb them. They wish not to be bothered. Now go! Go forth, little ones. Bring me the phylactery as requested, and claim your treasure.
Right. Whatever. Alright.
You need to actually turn
Untitled.
left, not right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And just
Seems
like
they
that,
have rocks for brains as well.
the Deo descends back into a sandy whirlwind.
So, I don't know about the rest of you, but honestly, I prefer the Merid over the Dow.
Merit seems more jolly.
But at the same time, I mean, we don't really know what Halaster's plan is here. But then again, he's insane. Maybe he's trying to sow chaos.
Could be a lot of things.
Maybe he's found that he cannot destroy the Lich on his own, or chooses not to, due to a bargain or something else, and is now trying to find a way to get rid of it that doesn't involve actual destruction, but more of a begone. You know, kind of like your mother-in-law.
Good thinking, Darius. Good thinking.
I've
Alright, Cage, as you hold up, as you move back there, you look over to your right, you find a culvert, and the normally sluggish ooze is actually flowing a bit faster in this area, and it seems to be descending into a 10-foot diameter culvert in the north wall.
Oh, it's going down.
Looks like it.
Or
The curvature of it blocks out your sight after about 80 feet or so.
oh well. I think there's a way down here if you want to dive in the ooze.
I wonder if there's a way to turn it off. Because honestly, like I said, I'm already very tired of it. Well, I guess there was that where it originated from, but I'm not sure.
Where does it go?
Well,
20th level?
yeah, well, I'm not sure how this thing is made. And haven't we already found the way down?
Yeah.
I suppose we could go down that way too. But if we had to pick between going down an ooze slide and just walking down a ramp, I think I would choose the ramp.
And who knows where this leads? Might be 1,000-foot drops. Or something worse.
Who knows?
I'm for going down the ramp, not the ooze slide.
So have we fully explored here? I don't really think that we have. That there seems to be a few places that we could go. Like it looked like there was another way to go down here by the gargoyles.
Just explore on our way back. I know we passed a lot.
Right, exactly.
These are the ledges. The gargoyles turn their stony heads and look down at you as you guys walk by. Their heads follow your movement.
Is that a pit?
Yeah,
'Cause it sure looks like a pit.
large crevasse.
I
As
see
you-
something up there.
As you come around the corner, floating above the pit is a beholder. We're going to roll initiative.
Random?
like no shit, a beholder? Oh my god.
Yes.
More than one?
Is that a beholder eye?
All right.
Beholder
So,
eye?
Oh.
Cage.
Yikes.
You can just see it hovering above the pit. It's about 10 feet above the ground level.
I don't have any. He's full cover for me, or
Yes. From where you're standing, that's total cover.
and can I step down, or is that a ledge there?
That is a ledge. It's a 10-foot high ledge.
Getting closer here.
You've got total cover from it from the ledge now.
Shit. Okay. I'll just dodge. There's not much I can. Definitely don't want to attack it.
Okay.
Or roll into it.
All right. There's another one. And it starts slowly hovering around the corner, turns to face you all. Its central eye staring at Brew, with its 10 eye stalks waving around next to it. Scam.
Oh.
Have we run into a gas spore before?
In
Yeah.
Xanathar's lair.
Yeah, you've seen a few gas spores.
Okay, we'll try. I'm gonna try throwing a produce flame at it. Yeah, we'll see if it has a magical cone of magic cancel or not.
Alright, you lob a produce flame over, you angle it up, and it's a direct hit onto the gas spore. It explodes, ejecting spores 20 feet in every direction away from it, instantly dissipating.
We're right on the edge.
The spores don't linger. They just spread out, and then they slowly dissipate and fall to the ground. Another beholder hovers around the corner. Whoops, does not make it that far. Pavel.
Continue to be wary. One of them might be real. I think he stepped away.
Okay. He will step away. His character will step away. Alright, another one edges closer. Hovering at about 2 feet above the ground level. Down and towards you all. Whoa.
Oh, yay! I thought he was going to run up and hit it.
I hope this one's also the same as the last one.
The gargoyles throw some tiny little rocks at you guys as you're standing near the edge of the ledge. Little pebbles, just throwing them on you guys.
We're live.
In Primordial, I say, oh, "Hey, rock on."
They look away and pretend they don't understand it.
It's that bad. I will take out a hand. Oh, I guess I have my sword out, so I can't really get a hand axe out. I'll just dodge.
I mean, you could get a hand axe out. I mean, you can hold the sword in one hand. Unless you have a shield on.
You only need one hand to hold the sword.
Okay. I'll get a hand axe out and ready in action that when Roland moves away from it, I will throw the hand axe at the beholder. Let me just double check my range real quick. Okay, it's a 2060, so yeah, I'll go ahead and try that from the longer range.
Okay. Roland.
Alright, Roland will step back here with Brew.
I'll take a throw. Yeah.
It's up to you. You choose when you want to use if you want to use it or not, or when you use it. As long as the trigger's met.
Okay. Okay, looks like everybody's out of range.
That hits.
Nice.
And it pops, releasing 20-foot radius cloud of spores out from it, just like a balloon filled with spores that pops everywhere.
No wonder we were alive.
Any action or bonus action? Roll?
I'm going to hold. I'm going to hold a firebolt for any enemy that comes around that corner.
Okay. The space answer clings on tight.
So it gives Brew a high five.
Yeah.
Or fist bump. I think it'd be better.
Darius.
Alright. Stepping forward. That's what? 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, I can see it now. Cool. Yeah, I'll just try and Sacred Flame it.
You drop a Sacred Flame on it. It doesn't even make an attempt to move out of the way. The Sacred Flame burns into it, and then it just pops, releasing a cloud of spores 20 feet in every direction. The spores wash over you, Darius, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw against poison.
I'm immune to poison now. Belted Dwarven kind.
It doesn't make you immune to poison, it gives you resistance.
Oh, okay.
The spores wash over you, and oh no, actually, sorry, it's not poison. It is a disease. Alright, you're infected with the spores. They invade your system, and suddenly, when you like inhale these spores, you kind of black out, and all of a sudden, you're imparted with the memories of the beholder that bore these gas spores. And you guys just see Darius for about 2 seconds just kind of out of it. And Darius, you experience kind of like this, it's like a tunnel vision. From a first person perspective, you're seeing through 11 different eyes. And you seem to be hovering above the ground in this dark tunnel. You seem to be very big, and you're cruising along the ground, chasing a deep gnome through a fungal forest in a vast underdark cavern. The surroundings are illuminated by glowing mushrooms and phosphorescent fungi. And then you just have that quick image as you inhale the spores, and then that goes away.
You alright, buddy?
You okay?
Yeah, just need something to drink. It's kind of dry down here. Would I know? Yeah. Try not to like lead myself too much. As a ranger and a cleric, would I know basically like to that I might want to give myself something to cure disease or poison?
Yeah.
Or all right,
Yeah, your disease.
then I'll yeah, okay. Well, I just didn't know if it would be more of like a oh, you don't really know you're sick, but you're sick kind of thing.
100% know that you've got a disease.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I have caught the Rona.
you inhale the spores. You've been seeing these quick flash of imagery of the beholder's existence in life, and you don't really have any other major symptoms at the moment, but you definitely feel a little bit funny.
Scamp, I did not prepare a lesser of the restorations today.
Okay,
Do you
I got you.
You got one.
Do you have a lesser restoration to spare?
Please, man, I have some more.
I'm here, sir.
Okay, I just moved you up with everyone else.
I'll cast Last Restoration on Darius.
Okay. Immediately, this kind of burning in your lungs subsides. You feel a lot better.
I wonder if they came up out of this thing here.
Alright, you look down
kinda-
here, Roland, and it just leads into darkness. You can't see the bottom of this crevasse.
Cage, you have much better eyes than I do. Can you see the bottom of this thing?
Gage will look over.
You can see the bottom. It's about 10-15 feet wide, about 100 feet deep. And
Oh god.
there are about 10 more beholder-looking creatures down here.
Oh. One charge of the one of fireballs. I think would do it. Roland does get out the wand, looks to Cage. You think... Might as well go ahead and do it, right?
Yeah, I'll step back, but sure.
About how far down is it? I can't actually see.
You notice something else down there, Cage. In the middle of these gas spores, there is what looks like a large circular mound. A mouldering beholder corpse. And these gas spores seem to be kind of almost attached to it by these strings of fungal tendrils. Almost like it's blowing up all these gas spores like balloons. The 10 of them are kind of bobbing up and down around in this cave. Derived from the
And you said,
corpse.
I'm sorry, you said it was a beholder corpse?
Yeah, it's a mouldering mound of flesh.
Awesome.
And
Yeah, so I'll pass that along.
make a perception check with disadvantage as well, Cage, because you're looking down there and black and white, dim light.
Oof.
You notice something that's kind of sticking out, catching your eye a little bit. It looks metallic in among all this organic matter. It's a large gemstone, kind of on the dead beholder's tongue. A tongue stud.
Oh, wow. So I'll pass that on. We could
Treasure.
kill these things and go down and try to see what that is.
Right, I don't know if I want to fireball now, though, because I don't want to damage whatever it is that's shiny down there. I can't see them, but you can. Can you just firebolt them?
Right, they start hovering up now. These things start to float up. And
Yeah, I'll tell you.
initiative. Alright, they're
Roll initiative.
80 feet below you guys. They're all starting to
Yeah, I'll
hover
call
up
out to everyone.
like balloons. And you can let them know that they're coming. Sure.
I'll move away and dodge. I think you guys got this with all your rangy stuff.
Roland.
Alright, I still can't see them, correct?
No, they're still out of your line of sight.
Okay. I think that they will, but just to double check. Yeah, I can feel the whole thing.
Okay.
I was just doing that to double check. As soon I'm gonna hold a charge of the wand of fireballs as soon as they get within, like the whole pack of them gets within my sight range. I'll go ahead and fireball them.
Okay. Raven.
Well, I would be invisible, but I'm gonna move to in the corner. I will dodge invisibly.
Okay. Darius.
Let me. You know what? I'm going to. How close are the most upper ones?
You can't see them. The pit
Okay,
is
so pretty far
100
down.
feet deep and near the bottom.
Okay.
When you look down, you still don't
Okay.
see them.
Ah. Okay. Well then.
You see darkness.
Fair enough.
Your voice is really muffled, by the way.
How about now?
Oh, it's a lot
better.
better.
I will. You know what? I will kind of center mass, shoot a guiding bolt down into the center.
Okay.
Actually, wait, before I do that. Yeah, 120 feet. So, kind of thinking, if they're all floating up, there's got to be some in the center somewhere. So,
Okay.
Shooting amongst them.
You just
Oh,
hear
God.
like a pop.
would the light still not give some bearing of distance?
Guiding bolt doesn't produce light.
Okay,
Otherwise, it would say so on the spell's description.
fair enough.
Cage.
Seeing Roland with his wand of fireballs out, Cage is just gonna withdraw. And I'll let him know that they're coming up, so get ready. And I'll dodge.
Scam.
I will also be moving back, seeing that Roland has his wand of fireballs out.
You already see
And
the one like charging up with a red glow, holding the spell ready to unleash.
Looks like a acetylene torch. Just getting
Oh.
ready.
I'll also dodge.
Pavel.
Gonna look at the one of fireballs charging and at Roland. Tell him, you want some light by any chance?
No, I think they're coming up to us, so should be fine.
Okie dokie. I'm just gonna casually walk away. And just, I'm gonna go here with Brew. And just have a conversation. Just be like, hey, how's life?
Oh, hey. Yeah, pretty good. How about you?
Good.
Alright, the beholders start unleashing 30 eye rays. I'm joking. They
Roland would be so dead.
they continue hovering up like a helium balloon. They rise up and you start to see these silhouettes. I mean, you'd swear that they're beholders, especially seeing them in this low light. As soon as you see them, Roland, you unleash the fireball and it just floods this entire area. There is a huge eruption of gas. You step back because gas shoots all the way up to the ceiling with a majestic explosion. It destroys them all instantly. And it takes a good 30 seconds for the spores to actually settle. That high concentration of them.
All right. Well, that's good.
Well done.
do we want to go down there and get that shiny thing?
Yes.
Gage is going to go ahead and take a look down there again.
It's just covered in viscera from these gas spores, just flesh, smoldering, burning flesh, and burning fungal and mess.
I'll let you guys know if you want to go down there. It's clear now.
A rope and I can go down?
It might be easier just to cast fly on someone and let that person go down. Any volunteers?
There are a lot of handholds. The walls are definitely scalable.
I'm gonna wild shape into a giant bat.
Ah, Scamp, I always forget about that. Nice.
Bat scamp.
That's Scamp.
Rare sight.
Down, let's scamp.
I'll carry Raven down
Okay.
the bottom.
You guys fly down there, and there are all these like stringy tendrils of gas spore flesh, a few little motes of spores hovering here and there. It's quite gross down here. It looks like another world almost, with all of the flayed gas spore corpses now sticking to the walls. In the middle of it all is this disgusting, smoldering, mushy ball. And you'll need to like dig through this stuff to actually get to that piece of jewelry.
Sorry. That seemed the quickest way.
As you guys are down
Clean
here,
me.
there's actually a few residual spores, and you guys inhale them. And you're both hit with these memories. You experience some memories of this beholder from the Eye Tyrant's point of view. Raven, you're in this enormous cavern. It is so big that it just almost seems like an endless abyss. And you're moving quite quickly. You're seeing through 11 different perspectives from 11 eyes of a beholder. And you turn around, and there's this 20-foot diameter, gaping, toothy maw coming straight at you. A purple worm. It doesn't even bite, it swallows you whole. You're going through the purple worm's digestive tract, and you're not very happy about the situation you find yourself in. You use your charming ray on the purple worm and ask it nicely to release you, and it does so. It just spits you back out onto the ground. Meanwhile, Scamp, you experience a different vision. You are fighting a wizard who's flying around you, and he's way quicker than you. You attempt to catch him in your anti-magic field, but he's way too quick. He's one step ahead of you. He creates walls out of stone in front of you. He's in 3 places at once. It's Alistair Blackcloak, and you've never seen him fight before. You've just simply never seen him fight before, and it is very terrifying. All of a sudden, he catches the beholder from behind, points his finger at the beholder, and you instantly die. The last thing you remember is falling into a sinkhole, and the battle looks like it happened in this cave. He kills you with a single spell.
This is how he got the Death Tyrant.
Anyway, they are just memory fragments, and they go away pretty quickly. You dig through the corpses, and you do find the tongue stud. Unfortunately, the gemstone was destroyed by the fireball. However, the gold tongue is worth 250 GP.
Well, that's why I waited for him to come up, right? So, I mean, if they're within my dark vision range, that's 60 feet, right? And it's 100 foot down?
That's what you find down there. the fireball got it. Not to mention, the 10 burning corpses, or 9 burning corpses that exploded. So, you got the gold tongue stud for 250
Damn.
TP. Gemstone got cracked, broken.
I'll fly Raven back up.
Keep in mind also, Roland, you couldn't actually see the gem either, so you had no way of knowing where it is to avoid it.
Did you guys see any other ways out down there?
Bat sounds.
No.
Alright,
Looks like-
shall we move on then?
It looks like it keeps going to the south down here, the cavern.
Yes, it does.
Oh yeah.
Are you guys
Now that
continue? Oh, go ahead, Scam.
I was gonna say, now that I'm flying, does it look like this ledge here connects back up to the other room?
You can see over the ledge, and it's about 10 feet high. Using your supersonic, you send shockwaves out. They reflect off the walls and return to you, and you can kind of paint this image in your mind of exactly that.
I need to get a sound program for bat noises. I cannot do echolocation.
Up ahead, there are some narrow tunnels. One is more narrow than the other. Too narrow for you to fit down, Scamp. But the one on the left is wide enough. You have to probably go sideways if you're a medium-sized creature down this tunnel.
I'll turn back into Scamp.
Are you guys game to go down this tiny tunnel here?
I think it might be better to go down the regular sized tunnel so we're not all cramped up, scooching sideways and whatnot.
Comfort is nice.
Well, I see another one of them spore things down there.
You don't see it from this angle.
I don't see anything.
You'll see it when you get about there. As you come around the corner,
Ooh.
you can see rubble all over the floor, and there is a beholder. We're gonna roll initiative. The beholder looks right at you and points its eye stalks at you. Rue, you're up. You're not in its anti-magic field yet.
You guys, did the other ones move their eye stalks? Because this one is.
I can't remember.
Illusion of the eyes, maybe?
I'll take out a hand axe and throw it at it.
That hits. And it's just a gas spore. It explodes instantly, releasing spores 20 feet in every direction. While the spores dissipate, falling to the ground.
Wow. They sure explode big.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Weird that beholders have that.
Looks like a rune gate down here.
Alright, it's a 20-foot high cave, and the floor is all difficult terrain. It's strewn with large chunks of rubble. There is a set of standing stones. Now, they are quite unique compared to other standing stones or arch gates that you've seen, because these ones are 2 crystal menhirs with a stone lintel on top of them. Now, within the crystal menhirs, it's like a transparent blue crystal. There is what looks like a sleeping now Feshni. It's a very corpulent looking demon. A pig face, ape body, little feathery wings, sharp claws, and cloven hooves. It's got its eyes closed and its arms wrapped around itself, almost in a fetal position, seemingly hovering inside these menhirs.
Drew's gonna make sure his light spell is cast on his drift globe.
Okay.
Take out the gate stone.
Alright, it's giving you a little bit of a rating. It's fairly ambient. Number 16 is swirling with purple and green energy on the gate stone.
Okay.
There's no other markings or symbols on the standing gate either.
I just now thought of it, but does the energy always look purple and green coming from the runestone?
It's always swirling with one color. It's always swirling with a green energy. It seems to be reacting to your power, and then when it's sprung near an archgate, the purple energy reacts to that.
Okay, cool.
Is there any keystone markings, or is it just the demon guys?
It's 2 crystal menhirs with the now Feshni demons, seemingly in a stasis, trapped inside, sleeping, and then a stone lintel on top. 12 feet tall arch.
That's rather strange.
That was very strange.
Well, without any kind of marking or anything, the way to open it could very well be anything. So there's really no point in guessing, as we normally do.
I could try a potato.
Could work.
You know what? Go ahead. Throw a potato at it. See if that'll work.
I'd do that.
It just squishes on the menhir, falls to the ground.
Damn. Bruce,
I pick it up and start chewing on it.
I was actually hoping that would work.
You accidentally pick up a rock and you chew on it, and you don't even realize that it's a rock.
Bruce, that's not a potato, as he has already bitten into it.
Your teeth are impressively
Nom.
strong, Brew.
It's not the hardest potato you've ever eaten.
Well,
No, some of the ones I've cooked have been a lot harder.
maybe you'll get the minerals that you need that way. Oh, by the way, Skep, I don't know if you've met him, and I'll hold Boo out on my hand and let him crawl up on her shoulder.
Squeak! Scamp, make an animal handling check.
That skill that I could have taken.
Boo is clinging
Probably
onto
should
your
have
neck
taken.
and won't go to Scamp.
All right. You don't have to be that way. Climb on back up.
Frown a little bit and try to reach out to pet him anyway.
It hisses at you.
He normally doesn't act like this, Skep. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's par for the course for this place.
I'll let him crawl back up on my head, where apparently he's been where he's been sitting the whole time.
It makes this nice little nest there and scowls at Scamp.
Oh,
but
I'll
then
reach up and pet Boo.
it panics. It jumps up quickly when it gets petted.
Yeah, Roland panics too. What's going on?
It jumps on you,
Oh.
Raven, and it goes for the eyes, but it misses.
Oh,
That hamster is floating.
Jumping around everywhere.
Good lord. Raven, you're so quiet.
As you go over here to investigate, Pavel, you just see two dead-end tunnels. Kind of almost looks like a little claw, this cave, but apart from rubble all over the ground, there's nothing interesting here.
yeah. Looks disinterested.
Does this rubble look natural or does it look man-made?
You could make a investigation check, Scamp.
Oh, I'm not good at those. Better than my animal handling.
It looks like it was part of some stone furnishings, perhaps, or something made of stone broken into pieces and scattered all over the ground. You can definitely see some man-made angles and things like that in the stone.
It's very odd. I don't know what it would be though. It's the first time I've kind of seen stones like this on the ground.
Yeah, you feel like something must have, broken this stone up, like a hammer or something.
I guess Halaster's going for a very strange aesthetic.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I do not have the time to put this puzzle back together.
It's
We need
alright.
to find your runestone, Pavel.
Yeah. I mean, we still have, I think, I don't know. Again, cleric never told me how long. Between a certain amount of days, weeks, that's all I know.
Well, it's still important.
You were surprisingly nonchalant about this, Pavel.
I'm holding the pain inside, Scamp. Holding the pain inside.
Oh, don't bottle it up like that, Pavel. It comes out at the worst, most inconvenient times. Believe me. You have to let your emotions flow.
Alright, the rubble
In the
clears up, and you come to a rough-hewn tunnel. The strong scent of the ooze returns, and you can see a little tendril of it just starting to creep around the corner, but not going any further than that.
I've got to say, I'm starting to be very tired of this mud.
We know where the ramp down is. Though if the ooze is also going down, I don't know that that's gonna...
Well, we did find an actual ramp down, so with no ooze. So we could go back to that, or we could explore a little. I think there might be a couple of more places we have not been, but like on the other side of where the ooze comes from.
Yeah.
Alright,
Mud.
you return to this massive channel of ooze, and you have to move through it slowly, pulling your legs up. The ooze sludging underneath you.
We came from the south with the method. Do we want to go back down that way and explore, or do we want to just go back towards the ship? Because I believe that the ship is
No.
that way.
Yeah, it's, let's explore more, just in case. Might be experience treasure around here.
If we want to try and free the method, I could try, like, dispelling magic on it or something.
I don't know if that would work. I mean, it's possible. But who knows? Who knows how Halaster has it? Well, trapped here. I'm sure it's Halaster that has done that.
A couple of little muddy pseudopods extrude from the ooze here and there as well. They rise up to a height of about 2 or 3 feet. They wave around for about 30 seconds like it's alive, and then they return back. into the major pool of ooze.
Alright, and this is where we saw Halastuzu's cloak. Here.
Yeah. Do we go more now?
This is where you saw the Modrone march as well. You got your characters
Right.
recognize this area.
So we could go over here, like, and then just continue, like, hugging this wall. Because I think there was other ways down there.
And there's a tunnel south here that I don't think we've been down.
Two
Well,
options.
it seems like most of the party's wanting to go this way, so.
Alright.
Or rolling the news.
Squelch, squelch, squelch.
God. You know the worst part is, imagine if it's inside your shoe. That's just, yeah.
Well,
Jonah's gonna walk beside it as much as he can.
I'm barefoot, so I kind of like how it feels.
Oh,
It's squishy.
Bruce taking a mud bath.
It seems very
It's the closest thing to a
unnatural.
spa day he'd have.
yeah.
You know, Roland, you were saying if we have to pick between the two, the water or the Deo? I'm inclined to go with the water one. The Merid myself as well.
Right.
Assuming you guys
Um,
told me about the Merid, I would agree that the Merid is a much more pleasant being.
Right.
And
Yeah, he much more pleasant. I believe had a better song, and had a little show to go along with it in the form of quippers, which I thought were neat.
Judging by song.
and even let Brew eat some quippers, right? Or was it Darius?
Well, I think it was Brew.
It was not me.
I tried to, but he took.
Well,
it
no.
back.
So the water guy didn't like he didn't try to make us kneel or anything. He was just like, "Hey, can you help me out?" And I like those kinds of people way more than I like, "Hey, do my bidding."
Very true.
Alright, your tongues have expired, and is here. Looks up at you all, and just grumbles to itself. Kind of sad and keeps on poking the mud.
Can I try and cast a spell magic on him?
It's up to you.
I would like to try and cast a spell magic on him.
Cast the spell magic on the little mud method and make a wisdom check. There's definitely some manner of arcane weave affecting this thing.
Oh, watch this thing be crazy.
You dispel the magic surrounding and looks up at you, Scamp. And
I can't understand anything he says, so.
flies up to you and says, Brew can make it out.
You freed me. You have done a spell. Wait. I need to test this. I can feel it, but 1 second.
And then flies off and flies back.
Oh, just to be sure. I'm not going to take you to the Djinnis. I could say that. It worked. You have freed me from the evil mage.
The mage is very evil, yes.
You shall be rewarded. You see, I am not just a mud method. Back in the elemental plane of ooze, where I come from, I am royalty. I have vast treasures, and I shall take you to them. Follow me.
Not to discourage treasure and reward for its services rendered, but why does everything assume we are down here just for the treasure?
Brew can translate to you, Scamp.
Yeah, I don't think Roland's gonna worry about casting tongues again. Not when Brew can translate.
It's a rough translation.
We down here for the aren't you
Hurry
down
up.
here for the treasure?
Follow me. I will show you. Vast treasure.
A very specific treasure.
We will go to the Swamp of Oblivion. There we shall claim it, and you shall be rewarded.
I know where we're
He's
going.
going super fast.
If we go to,
The box. We're going to the box.
well, if he
What's in the box?
Yeah. Yeah, didn't he say something about a demon to the north?
Yeah.
Aren't we going to the north?
We've been told to
Oh,
not
no.
open that.
Oh no.
Seemed woeful.
Darius, as you step into that mud, this is where it's picking up quite quickly.
Oh, I did not. Sorry. I wouldn't have done that on purpose. I was just moving to keep up with him.
Okay, it is moving quite quickly. This mud. He stops here though. Are you going in it?
No, I'm not stepping in it. I want to get out of it.
Okay. Alright, stops here, and he points to the culvert.
There you are. Join me. We will go together. I will give you vast treasures. This leads to a portal to my world. Jump in.
Is it safe for us? We can't breathe if we get stuck in there.
Do not worry. You will be able to breathe.
Can I insight check that?
Sure.
Set myself.
Will we be able to return?
You feel like this little mud method is trying to trick you.
Yeah, I'm not going in there.
So when I translate this time, I say, I don't trust this little critter.
Well, I trust you, Brew, and I trust your judgment. I'm not going to jump into the strange, weird blackness of ooze.
You know what, we have no need of treasure. We're just happy to have freed you and that you can go on your way. We have other business to attend to.
I was just joking anyway. That doesn't lead to my native plane. I don't even know where that goes. I just wanted to see you jump in.
Okay. Well, that could be pretty funny. I'll just do it if you want.
Okay.
No, Brew.
I want to see it.
I mean, don't do that, Brew.
Brew is tempted, but holds back.
And guess what? I'm not even a prince. Tricked you. Bye.
You're pretty clever.
He just
You better
starts
go
flying
fast, little mud method. Oh man, I have a very large urge just to firebolt.
Low. Bye.
I have a large urge to shoot him for wasting time.
I thought he'd be more happy. Well, I guess he is happy to be free.
And he just seems to be, well, the same as pretty much everybody else down here.
Should send him to play with Otto.
But for freeing the method, you would gain experience as if you had defeated it in combat.
Oh, a method? Yeah, big
What?
All right. I don't know. I don't know if the new total is necessary, but
Every little bit matters.
It's a
yeah.
the
Yeah, I guess I
experience
can.
was more than the 7 value. It was the life experience.
It was a good deed.
Don't trust
It
them
was
off
karmic
method.
karmic
You know-
experience.
Honestly, I really don't want to have to trudge all the way back through this mud again. I mean, the way down is right over there.
Should we just head down?
Yes.
We are fully rested and everything. Might be a good idea. Say, Cage, did you end up grabbing any of them rations from the ship? The ones that were still good?
I don't remember. I opened up my bag of holding, and no, I did not.
Compost like mush if you're hungry, Brew.
Oh,
Well, I took some of that for the stew. Don't worry, I'll get that later for everybody.
wait,
But-
I
isn't
think
that
that's something that we could come back.
isn't,
Since
isn't
we
that
are
the
right,
one you made alive, or was that a different one?
since we are right here, I feel like maybe just stocking up on rations a little bit in case we spend a fair bit of time in those lower levels.
It's probably not a bad idea.
All right, wait right here, and Brew will just run over into the ship, hop down the hatch, grab like how many are we? 7. I'll grab 28 rations and bring them back, so we've got 4 days worth of food.
Okay. You're back in less than 5 minutes.
All right.
Cage, do you mind holding them in your bag?
Take mine.
Or okay, does everybody want to take 4 rations?
Sure.
Why not?
I had given all of my rations to rations, so that
All right, so 4 rations for everybody.
Boo tries to get into the rations straight away.
I'll feed him a little bit of one.
For a miniature giant space hamster, he eats like a giant space hamster.
Ooh.
He's like eats the entire ration.
Oh, that was very fun. Chew your food, Boo. You get indigestion that way.
puffy cheeks now as he's storing some for later.
Yes, he's a chubby bunny.
So does anyone feel inclined to keep exploring here, or everybody on the same page for going down?
Do you know if what Peffel is looking for is on a lower level, or if it could be here?
Could be here.
You've
Could be lower levels.
pretty much almost explored everywhere in terms of tunnels that you guys have seen and ones that you haven't gone down.
Yeah.
I imagine this runestone that Alistair was talking about would be huge, so it'd probably be pretty easy to see.
Not only that, this runestone is, well, obviously a very magical thing. The Lich is probably cozy with it if it's on the next level. So I'm not exactly sure what sort of magic that it represents or puts out, but I suppose we'll find out. This way, I think.
This is a conspicuously
let's-
empty cave. The way down
that's
is over this way. Next one over.
yeah. Okay. I was off by 1.
Wait, where's Darius?
Sorry. Talking with my wife.
Your ooze wife?
Yes.
Wait, where is Darius though? Where's your token?
You moved? I think you started to move everybody, and then I don't know. Did you delete me by accident?
I didn't move anyone's tokens.
Oh, well then maybe I deleted myself by accident.
Okay, I'll put you back on.
I promise you, it's not suicide.
And And
I
the
wasn't
way
really sure if
down.
you were still on the map somewhere or not. And you've got dark vision, right? Okay. Dark vision.
I did, but all I saw was a black map. That's why I was like, maybe I did delete myself.
Alrighty. You guys head down this ramp. It's a stone ramp, and it descends for about 250 feet. You follow it down, and you're glad to leave that smell behind you. That smell of rotten eggs.
Oh, thank the Lord.
You're just in a 10-15 foot wide, 10-15 foot high, very rough tunnel. It's fairly featureless. A few stalactites here and there, roughly uneven stone floor. And the floor starts to smooth out a little bit. The walls are still quite jagged. And eventually, you arrive at level 20 of Undermountain. And level 20 of Undermountain is called the Runestone Caverns.
Ah, well. I wonder what level the room's going down. Alrighty.
We are really starting to get deep into this place.
Oh, that the level art is of the Lich is not promising.
Maybe be friendly. We were told to get help us,
Well,
right?
to be fair, if you remember the level that we fought the Green Dragon on, the art was the Green Dragon. So
It kind of looks like he's smiling. Maybe he's friendly.
I think he's always smiling. He can't help it. Alright. Onward then.
Say onward and upward, but I guess that's not quite right.
it's supposed to be onward and downward.
Onward and then downward, yeah.
Roland, you gave us 10 hit points, didn't you?
Yes, I gave temp HP to everybody but Scamp and Raven.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I was like, wait a second. Why is everybody blue? Oh, yeah. I forgot to do that.
I need to go ahead and but I usually just put it in the temp HP thing myself, and I'll go ahead and do it on my own token.
Hold up, Pavel. I think at this point it'd be good to allow our friendly ghost, wherever she may be, kind of calling out into the ether.
Boo.
There you are.
Oh yeah.
Sorry about that.
Thanks for the reminder. You guys gain 1 week of downtime as well, of course, to reach a new level of Undermountain.
Yay!
Finally have enough.
Alright, you guys head through these tunnels, fairly damp. There's a little bit of water kind of entering through some narrow cracks in the walls. You can vaguely hear the sound of dripping water echoing from the distance somewhere. It's kind of humid down here and stuffy. There's this rhythmic sound, sounds like someone's getting a hammer and they're pommeling some rock into rubble. That's coming from the east, in the distance. And then, all of a sudden, just like that, we're gonna roll initiative. Because when you enter a Lich's lair, you should definitely take some precautions. A desiccating symbol inscribes on the ground.
Oh, fuck.
You see a massive glyph of desiccation with necrotic chains start to, of pure magic energy, start to emanate all around you, and all of a sudden the glyph explodes and it just charges you all mostly with necrotic energy. And just need to check something here. Raven, Darius, Cage, and Pavel. You guys are immediately hit by this energy. And you guys need to make Constitution saving throws. Cage, you're hit for 43 points of necrotic damage as these evil chains run through you. They desiccate you, bringing you closer to death. Pavel, you manage to resist this powerful magic, taking 21 points of necrotic damage. Raven, you take the full brunt. A spectral necrotic chain bursts through you, hitting you for 43 necrotic damage. And Darius, you resist, taking 21 points of necrotic damage. And it's not over yet. When you trigger the glyph, it doesn't just vanish. It continues glowering with a sickly shade of purple and blue. Spectral chain still running through the walls and enervating you full of necrotic energy. It also lets off a bit of light as well, like a sickly, dull glow. And it's persisting. Raven, what do you do?
It seems to.
Do I see the end?
You can yeah, you can see tunnels east and south. But yeah, you kind of I mean, it goes for ages. You don't really see the end. Over there you do, yeah. And you can actually see some light as well. It's quite a bit of a glow over there. Like a dull glow as well.
I'm going to try to go down this way.
Bruce shouts out, I see it end to the east, I mean the west, back where we came in.
The spell doesn't actually extend that far. It gets, because spells don't go through total cover, so it kind of just gets cut off where Pavel and Cage is.
And I'm going to a bonus action dash. I'm going to do my action as dodge.
Okay, you see a massive crevasse up ahead, and there is a bit of a faint light emanating from within. Okay, Darius.
I can see the emanating glyph, correct? Or is the glyph itself gone?
Oh, it's glowing. No, it's
Okay.
huge, massive glyph.
I know I got it. Where is it?
I went south.
Do I not have to spell magic? I've got to have to spell magic. Oh, I haven't picked it today. Fuck. Okay. Shit. I'm going. Okay. I am going to. I can't really see the map because of the thing. Stumble over Cage, 10, 15. Or is that Cage and Pavel? So that'd be 25. 30. I'm trying to get as far out of it as I can. running up to Scamp and just go, you know, today it looks like I am prepared more for the offensive. Well, I did not plan for the defensive.
You're out of it there as well, Darius.
Okay. And I'm going to say, do you have a dispel magic there, Scamp?
Yeah, that's what I used on the method. I'll see what I can do about it.
Cool. Well then, I will put my hand on her and tell her that I believe in her and give her guidance for her roll against the dispel magic. That will probably have to happen.
Brew.
Brew just kind of seeing the chains of energy whip around, kind of shrugs and looks at Scamp and I believe in you.
Thank you.
I'll ready an action. If I see any hostile creatures, I will. I'll ready a move action if I see something hostile.
Okay. Pavel.
Pavel realizes what type of hell we just stumbled. We're gonna have to go through in order to get this runestone, and how his friends just got hurt, and it makes him feel very shitty. I'm just gonna be over here, and just last time I saw Raven, she was invisible, right?
Yeah, she was invisible. Yes, last time you saw her.
Okay, wait, you're right. Wait, what am I talking about? That was dumb. That was dumb. I can't. You can't see someone that's invisible. Okay, there was no one there, so I assume she
ran off
she's
down
invisible.
down the other tunnel. She called out to everyone.
But I just want to make sure that she has her thing on, but she probably does. But just caring for a friend is all. But yeah.
Rolling.
In terms of an action to take, I'm going to, I don't really have a good action to take, so I'm going to, just finger guns at Scamp. I believe in you. I'm gonna bardic inspiration.
Get all the things.
So, just in case, and for an action, I'll hold a firebolt in case I see anything hostile.
Okay.
I don't think I will, but we'll see.
Cage.
Cage is going to try to get out of this. So he's going to dash.
Okay.
Does that get him out of it?
Yeah, it ends at about here. Alright, everyone's out of it now, so I'm going to break initiative as well. But it doesn't just go away, it's still just emanating. You see all these ghostly skulls floating around and like these evil necrotic chains. Alright, we've got two different groups now, Raven and the rest of you. So we'll start with Raven. Alright, Raven, you look behind you and you still see this glowering, sickly, evil necromantic energy. And then there is a bit of almost like a welcoming glow coming from this broad crevasse ahead of you in a 30-foot high cavern. What would you do? What would you like to do?
I will curl in a ball and cry. No. I'm gonna.
That is, let me see if that's a bonus action or not. What it says here?
I think that's a full action.
I'm gonna go back to old school rogue. Every 5 feet, I'm checking for traps.
You can use your action to look for traps if you want. It's a perception check, and areas of dim light will be disadvantage. Oh, sorry, areas of darkness would be disadvantage because it would be dim light for you. You don't see anything hazardous here. You can almost hear like the sound of water from below in this crevasse, and nothing hazardous. We'll get back to you. Alright, meanwhile over here, the spell persists.
I'm gonna try and step up to where I can see the glyph.
Alright, when you enter it, Scamp, it hits you with very powerful necromantic energy. It just overwhelms you straight away, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw. It is sickening. You take 46 points of necrotic damage witnessing this desiccation symbol.
Well, then we're gonna try and dispel it.
Do you want to use your... You can use your inspiration on the save as well if you wanted, if you're confident with the dispel magic.
Going to wait for the dispel because I'm not confident.
Okay. You cast the spell magic, and there's some strong magic. Make a wisdom check.
And I will use the inspiration for that. Just...
You get guidance too.
Oh, I get guidance too. I thought I had guidance in there.
You may as well roll that first, because, you know, if you get a 19, then that's going to dispel any spell. Unless it's like, you know, a 10th level spell, which they don't exist anymore.
There you go.
Okay. Use every ounce of your magic to finally push the spell away, put a knot in the arcane weave, and dispel the magic.
Good job, Scamp.
Well done.
Yeah. And then I'm going to use my Pearl of Power to get my spell slot back.
Okay. You hold the Pearl of Power.
Should be safe now.
Tiny little saplings sprout out of your hair as you absorb the magic.
That's how she keeps getting twigs.
I know we're supposed to go down here anyways, but I'm sorry we're gonna have to go through all this to get the stones.
Well, it's fine.
I gotta go after Hallister anyway, because of the Titan, so...
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds from the guitar on Scamp, so this won't actually take a first level spell, but... There we go. It's a good roll.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yep. Hopefully that helps a small bit.
I am also going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Oh, a cool new feature of the inspiration from a bard. You can add that inspiration to healing or damage.
I would like to add it to my healing then, for that. What D is
a D12.
Well, that's very fitting.
The D12s don't get rolled often, so they're not very hot.
Yeah, when Roland plays that guitar, it's like right next to your ear, Scamp, and it kind of just gives you a bit of a headache instead of healing you too much.
It's okay.
Dag, you can hear everyone just like talking. Yeah, it sounds like they're talking rather than screaming in agony, so you feel like they're okay.
I'll call out to Dagger. Or Raven, which direction did you go? Seems to be a lot.
South.
Oh, right. Follow the direction of her voice.
Do you think there could be more of them big chainy things?
Just one of me.
If there are more of those, I'm assuming it was a glyph of some sort, though. Glyph or rune or something. Maybe if we had someone with a detect magic up, possibly, that could alert us to one of those again before.
Did we recognize, or did I recognize the spell?
It's a bit late for that now. You would have had to check it out when it was active.
I think I might have known what it was.
You can guess.
Because
what
I
it
read
was.
through it. So I recently got access to this thing, just magically while I was with Hallister, that I don't have prepared. But it's a spell called Symbol, and I think it behaves very similarly to what that was. But it also could be like maybe Glyph of. I don't think Scamp would know about Glyph of Warding.
Glyph of Die.
A glyph of death to everyone. Yeah. Oh, well, there's a lot of light in here, and I would not have expected that from this deep. Is the light? Where's the light coming from?
It's coming from this crevasse.
Oh.
That's strange.
Roland will kind of do that kind of slide step thing, if you know what I'm talking about, like up to the edge, and then look down while kind of leaning away at the same time.
Alright, you look down, and this crevasse is very, very deep, and it's fairly bright as well. You just see like this. It kind of gets filtered out by its own light because it's so deep. It goes for a few hundred feet by the looks of it, and you can see all these tiny little orange glowing lights moving around down there somewhere. And then there is like a very almost like an otherworldly teal colored glow, and there's tiny little phosphorant funguses growing down there. It looks fairly deep, a few hundred feet or so, like another world down there, a sunken paradise.
It's the pit to the Underdark.
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of light coming from it to be the Underdark.
To the Underlight.
It's a very bad joke, sorry.
I was playing Baldur's Gate 3 today, so I got reminded of.
Should have saved that one for Tasha's hideous laughter.
You want me to take a look down?
It's lit up down there. You can.
It's far enough below that the light itself is kind of filtering out rather than dark, and it is a little myconid.
This little myconid kind of looks like a toddler crawling on all fours. It spots you all, and then it quickly runs away, back down a tunnel from where it came.
Well, Scamp, correct me if I'm wrong, but a little myconid like that means there are larger myconids around.
Probably. I'm trying to search my notes.
I don't know, it was back on the... Well, what level was that? Believe it was
Level
13. Right.
Torbjorn's graveyard.
So if we run into another myconid colony down here, their sovereign's name is Flute, and we're supposed to mention that Chantrella is friendly with us to Flute, if possible.
Excellent. I was about to cast Tongues, but I guess it's not really necessary with myconids because they do that whole spore thing, right?
Yeah.
Shall we follow?
Yeah, let's go.
Hopefully we didn't scare the little thing too badly.
Alright, guys, move by the crevasse. The cave's got about 30-foot high ceiling here, kind of peaks above the crevasse and narrows towards the walls. And as you're moving up ahead, you notice that there is another light shining against this wall, but this light takes on a bluish glow, like a beam of it, streaming down against the wall.
It's kind of pretty.
I was told you should always go into the light. Is that a good idea?
No. Maybe in your case it is. I don't remember.
Is that how you stay alive so much in battle?
Yeah.
As you come around the corner, Pavel takes on like a bit of a blue hue from the light hitting him. You look over to your left, and there's an enormous cavern. And you see a 120 foot tall stalagmite. And it's sitting in the middle of this cavern surrounded by smaller stalagmites. Now, the tip of this giant stalagmite is pierced by a large hole. And set within this hole is a 10-foot diameter circular lozenge of translucent white crystal. It radiates a bright blue-white light, and glowing inside the lozenge is Hallister's personal rune, glowing red.
I got a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't have.
It's the runestone. That's 100%.
Yeah.
It was described to you, and it looks exactly as described.
I
see.
continue. You good?
I was about to ask Pavel what he sees, and then say, "Oh," as I step forward and see the runestone as well.
I was flabbergasted.
It's rather beautiful, other than Hallister's rune, anyway.
I didn't expect to find it so fast. It just makes it even more better. That's a relief.
Well, we know what it is.
Hi!
Oh, hello, little one.
What's a little
Hello.
one?
You are.
Not this again.
You are a sprout.
We're gonna take a 10-minute break. The sprout runs around the corner, sprays spores over you, and then immediately questions you in an endless loop. I'll see you guys back in 10 minutes.
My kids are way trusting.
No, their sense of self is very, it's worldly. You know, one of the things I didn't realize reading through Tasha's was the new one of the optional cleric abilities allowing you to use a channel divinity to regain spell slots, which I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool new thing for channel divinities, but it's different. Like you get to use it, but you can only use it so many times a day, even if you do short rests and get your channel divinities back.
Oh yeah, and
so I think it's basically the equivalent of arcane recovery, or something similar.
Yeah, I mean it's not quite as versatile as like sorcerer bending spell slots, but
right.
I still think that it's, yeah, I guess in lack of a better term, you know, in today's day and age of magic, like of course they would have figured out ways to do this. Like I guess so I'm like, oh, I've been really happy with the nuances of small changes they've made to certain classes where I'm like, oh, okay, that's like helpful, and it kind of opens the class up more.
Right.
So
yeah, the two new things that bards get, other than the classes themselves and some spells, is the new uses of inspiration for all bards. So a healing or damaging spell that is cast, you can add it to the damage. So it can't be like a melee attack. Like I couldn't give Brew inspiration and he could add a d12 to his damage, but I could give it to Cage or to you or Scamp, and you'd be able to do more damage with your spells.
Which, yeah, in the right fight is huge.
Yeah. So I mean, it gives me another. It just gives me another thing to use my inspiration for, rather than just constantly using it for the power chord, which is a really good use of a bonus action. But yeah, so it's that and the versatility thing that all the full caster classes get, to be able to replace a cantrip when you hit an ASI level. I say all full casters. Wizards can do it over long rests, but
I do also appreciate that some of the cleric classes, not all of them, but some of them now gain, basically, instead of potent cantrip, actually gain divine striking. I'm like, that's kind of fun.
Right.
I'm like, you know, if you want to play a more melee based cleric, this kind of gives you reason to.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, the class that got the biggest glow up was Ranger, in my opinion.
It needed one, though.
Yeah, they're the one that needed it. I didn't get much as a rogue.
Fighter got some cool stuff.
I think Rogue only got like one thing.
Ranger, so fighters got some, like the Rune Knight is fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie,
Hell
just
yeah.
is cool. And so is the Psy Warrior, Psy Blade, you know, Psylocke wannabe. I'm like, they're just cool classes. So I think just like adding just 2 new classes is kind of huge, or subclasses is huge in its own way. The Ranger though definitely got like a big like, hey, we're gonna, for some reason people don't like playing you as often as everyone else. We're gonna try and fix that.
I actually started playing a Ranger in my Saturday game. It's not with Sub, but it was before Tasha's came out. So Tasha's came out like before we hit 3rd level. So if I wanted to try one of the new subclasses, I could. But at the same time, they don't really fit the character. That's the only bad thing about a new book coming out like after you've already made your character, even if you haven't made this got it to the subclass decision yet.
The backstory and everything doesn't kind of line up.
Yeah, it just kind of doesn't flow with the subclass. Neither one of the new subclasses flows with the backstory I have for that guy.
I really like the mythology you can build around like a Fey Wanderer. I think that's just fun.
The Swarm Keepers is awesome.
So I don't know. So I'm gonna make a big like deep pull moment here. Does anyone here remember back in like the late '90s, late '90s, the movie Ninja Scroll? It's an anime from like way back when. It was a movie only.
No.
And so there's a character in it that like he like actually he's like a hunchback character, like ninja dude. So I guess it'd be closer to a monk, but if you did like a Swarm Keeper, you could kind of stylize it that way. He fought with a spear, and he actually kept a hive that was like embedded in his back. It was like a weird moment, like but you didn't know it until like he like revealed the fact that his hunchback was not just like the fact that his spine was hunched, but it's actually like the whole back of his backside was like perforated and had the hive lived there. And I was like, oh, that's just gnarly.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Ew.
Hey, come on, 90s animes got weird. Let's not lie.
That was long. That was long before I started watching anime.
Some of them are worth going back to. But.
All right.
I guess a
How goes?
Talking to a sprout.
Talking to broccoli. Oh wait, no, it's not broccoli.
Alright, so you've gazed upon this runestone, and now this little sprout also has come running around the corner and just unleashed its spores. It unleashes them in a small cloud, 10-foot radius. They only affect Roland and Pavel. This tiny little sprout can now communicate with you guys telepathically.
Hi.
Hello.
hi.
What you doing?
Well, we're staring at the runestone right now, but really we were following you, I think. Or one of your... I don't know. Sprout mates? I don't know what that would be called. That big glowing thing there.
What's a glowing?
Can you take us to your leader?
What's a leader? I'm 2 hours old.
Can you take us to where you sprouted?
Sure. Come, follow me.
Alright. I'll communicate that with the rest of the party that it's taken us to where it sprouted. 2 hours ago, apparently.
If you need it, the leader's name is Flute. Hopefully this is the right colony.
Alright, and what was the name of the other sovereign? I'm calling back to Scott. Centrella?
Chantrella.
What's a Chantrella?
Don't worry about it. Keep going.
What's your name?
I'm Roland.
What's that thing on your head?
Oh, this is Boo, my hamster.
What's a
Hey,
hamster?
Boo. Well, this thing.
Oh,
Keep going.
it looks like me.
Sure. oh, thank God, adults, maybe.
You're not allowed to go in the cave.
Oh, those are centipedes.
Yes, and a giant centipede. It was curled up on the ground here in the middle of a fungus cavern, and it starts to uncoil itself when it senses you. And it rushes you, Roland. You're gonna roll initiative.
Okay.
You're not supposed to go there.
Oh shit, thanks for telling me.
I said so. Hi. What's your name?
You are now covered in spores, Scamp. Brew, Raven, and Cage, you're all covered in spores.
I'm Scamp. You're cute.
Hi. What you doing?
Gonna try and save our friend from the centipedes. Are the centipedes your friend?
Oh, yes! You're not supposed to go there!
Why not?
Raven, you're up.
I can't get to the centipede. I will just dodge.
Alright, Roland, you look down this 10-foot wide tunnel. You start to see the walls are covered with moss. The tunnel extends up to a 15-foot high cave and then branches out. There's thick moss growing on the walls and the ceiling. The earthen floor gives rise to a forest of fungi, and some of which you recognize. And then this giant centipede uncoils, and it very quickly meanders along the fungus coming straight at you. It's got, fairly sharp looking mandibles. What do you do?
I don't really know. If it's property of the of the myconids, I don't want to kill it. Maybe I could just knock it out. I can't. Raven, did I ever give that dagger back to you? I think I got a dagger from you at some point.
Still have a dagger. You gave me back my rapier, but you still have a dagger.
Okay.
Darius holds out a dagger.
I'll try and if I'm able to hit it, I'll go for a knockout.
You hit it. You boop it on its head with the pommel of the dagger, and
Nice.
it just hits the ground and slowly is moving, just unconscious.
Okay, good. Oh, well.
Nice one, Roland.
Little Sprout, why why did you not tell us sooner not to come this way?
I said you're not supposed to go that way, and you walked past me. Hi, what's your name?
Turns to Brewneck.
Oh, it's just booped on the head. I guess let's go back that other way then.
Oh, you can go that way, but you have to be with a mic in it.
Oh, well then, come forward.
What you doing?
He looks up at Brew.
Well, hi.
Grab it and bring it forward.
Well, are you saying that you sprouted down from the other tunnel?
Yes.
Oh.
Alright, there's a bunch more centipedes and giant fire beetles around here, and they start to just react a little bit to your presence, Roland.
Let's go back the other way.
What's your name?
Brew, what's yours?
I don't know. I'm 2 hours old.
Nice to meet you, 2 hours.
Jesus.
Is that my name?
It is now.
What you doing? Hey, come back. Hi. What's your name?
Hey, 2 hours. Why don't you come this way and show us where you sprouted?
Yeah.
Come lead.
I didn't sprout that way. Hi.
Word.
Scamp Brew, would one of you grab the little sprout and let's walk it this way.
Do you want to play a game, Little Sprout?
What's a game?
It's something little kids do to have fun,
What's
to
a
enjoy
kid?
themselves. Little, small people.
Ah!
You would be a kid because you were just born
What's a fun?
or sprouted.
Are we going to meld?
What's a meld?
We have melded before.
Sovereign
Right.
Flute says melding's a type of communist meditation.
Can you show us the flute?
We're going to transcend. Yeah,
That would be wonderful. Can you show us where flute is?
this way.
Okay. No, okay. I'll carefully follow the sprout. Hopefully the centipedes don't attack.
Alright, when you're accompanied by the Myconid, the creatures in this cave, giant fire beetles and centipedes, they seem very docile. As you look off to your right in this cavern, you see a large group of Myconid sprouts surrounded by Myconid adults. They're all staying very still, and they don't react to your presence.
This way.
Let's scroll down. Oh, left boo.
We killed these bears, and we put spores in their head. And now they do what we say.
Oh,
no.
oh, that's good for you.
I mean, yes, very, very good.
What's a good?
Well done.
They'll attack you if you're not with the Myconid. This way.
Okay, so it was just showing us,
They died.
Killed bears.
We put spores in their brains. This way. Hi.
Okay, here's the sovereign.
You make your way through this fungus cavern, and the floor slowly slopes upwards. As it slopes up, the ground here is very, very moist, very peaty, fungus everywhere. It ends at a 9-foot tall alcove. And there is, perfectly fit into that alcove, a 9-foot tall Myconid sovereign. It has a bioluminescent cap. And it's almost as if like a light kind of turns on as you guys enter the cave. It illuminates you all. There's
Cool.
exotic mushrooms sprouting from the earthen floor. The walls are lined with ripple bark. And the sovereign, it looks down at you all. It seemed to have been in a bit of a meditative state. And then it lets out a huge cloud of spores, 30 feet. Scamper, you... Oh, she says yes, they'll be right back. I was going to say. She gets eaten by the centipedes. Yeah, this cloud extends out 30 feet, so it actually only gets Darius, Raven, Pavel, and Roland, Brew, and Cage, and Scamp won't understand any of this.
Oh, welcome to the colony. I see you've met one of my little sproutlings. I am Flute.
Greetings, Sovereign Flute. We were sent here. We were told to say hello by Sovereign Centrella. Up a few floors.
You were sent here to say hello by another sovereign? This seems out of character and peculiar.
Well, maybe not sent, but more told that if we happen to run into you, that they say hello, and that,
Ah. you flesh creatures have strange ideals. Welcome to my colony, regardless. Are you hungry? Perhaps you are thirsty?
Well, I'm not necessarily hungry or thirsty at the moment.
Are you looking for shelter down here in the Underdark?
Well, I suppose this could be considered the Underdark. Though really we're in Undermountain.
I'm sorry. You must have a different name for my world. I thought you flesh creatures commonly called it the Underdark. Undermountain, Underdark, these are all labels that are appointed by your races. Welcome once more to the colony, as I said. If you're in need of food or shelter, then please, you're welcome to stay for as long as you like. And, as is customary, a gift. And Flute, he reaches down into the mushrooms and he digs in the dirt a little bit with these massive mushroom limbs. He pulls out a large clay gourd. He puts it down on the ground and he screws the top off of it. He reaches inside and he takes out these two little wooden tubes. He holds them out. Potions that I have brewed. A gift from me to you as a welcome to my colony.
Thank you very much, Sovereign Flute.
You are very welcome, my friend, if that is a word that you use to describe one whom you like. I like you. This first potion will allow you to meld with other creatures. It's a potion of mind reading.
Okay.
While the other one, it can heal your wounds. It's a potion of superior healing.
These are princely gifts, and thank you for them. And though I don't think it is much, we might have a gift for you in turn. Scamp, do you think that they would like the compost that you have?
Well, I actually got something I'll probably... Well... I can see. I was also thinking about potentially giving them the Potion of Longevity, though I guess regifting to another colony might not be the best idea.
Alright, you can add those to your inventory, Roland, or hand them to someone else.
I'll offer up the compost-like mush that we found. If it looks composty enough to me to not like poison mushrooms.
What is this? A gift for me?
Yes. Assuming I can talk to you.
I don't expect anything for these potions. However, if you wished. Is that mushy compost I see?
It is, and don't think of it as a trade for the potions, just think of it as a gift from one friend to another.
Oh, you are most kind. I'm guessing he does some more spores, because I think you actually weren't in them originally, Scamp, so... He gives you some rapport spores so you can speak to him, and then he says,
Thank you very much. I shall happily absorb these nutrients into my legs.
I hope that they provide you much sustenance.
I thank you.
You are welcome to stay for as long as you want. I would, however, ask you to respect the ecosystem that we have here. Every little beetle and every little centipede, they are equally important to help control the growth of fungi in these caverns.
Hey, I didn't kill it.
You
Of
didn't
course they will.
kill any of them, did you?
No.
Of course not.
Good. My little sproutling here will give you a tour of the colony if you like. There's the melting cave, and then there are our guards.
I think the Sprout's already given us the tour.
There's dead bears, and we put spores in their brains. I'm 3 hours old.
Surprising that you have a concept of time.
Ah, my
Yeah.
little sproutling, you're learning quick. Feel free to pull up a piece of ground and sleep where you wish.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Though I don't think that we'll be here for very long, at least at this point.
You must be warned, for there are dangers in the outside.
About those dangers, would you be able to tell us of those dangers?
Yes, rock demons.
Rock demons. That sounds rather sinister.
Yes. Rock demons have attacked us. But we have used our spore servants to fend them off. Yet, they continue to assault us. If they killed even one giant centipede, our entire ecosystem would be in jeopardy. Imagine if someone killed a centipede.
Right.
He punched one with a dagger.
I didn't kill it.
He punched it.
Oh ho 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 ho, little sproutling, you say the funniest things.
From
What's a
which
funny
direction?
thing?
Oh. From which direction do these rock demons typically come? Perhaps we can help you with your problem.
He extends this massive fungus arm and he just points like in a southerly direction.
I can show you.
The little sproutling shall show you.
Alright.
As long as little Sproutling stays a safe distance away from any danger.
Oh, the little sproutling knows that they're not to leave the colony unless we are taking fire beetles from the giant hole.
Those orange glows that we saw in the crevasse.
Yes,
Maybe those were the fire beetles.
the fire beetles are not dependent on us, and we are not dependent on them. However, we use them for light.
Question, another question, if you will. The giant hole that you get the fire beetles from, what is at the bottom?
We are not sure.
Oh, yeah.
Why
the
would
comet
we
hole.
venture any further than the comfort of our colony?
Adventure.
There are rock demons in the outside wall. What is this? What's adventure?
Even the sovereign.
It's when you leave home for the first time and go someplace new and meet new people and start an adventure.
To be fair, adventuring can kind of be dangerous.
Well, it's mostly dangerous.
Exactly.
Adventure! Adventure! Adventure!
We've put a very dangerous idea into the Sprout's mind, I think.
Let's go! Adventure!
No, no. No, no!
Alright, well,
Well, along now, my little sproutlings. Enjoy your stay here. I am happy to have provided you with much needed shelter as you make your way through the tunnels of the Underdark.
Sure, we will most likely be back. See you later, Flute.
If we come back, do we need to make sure we have a Sproutling with us? Or are we okay to enter?
Do not enter from the southern caves without a Myconid escort. However, the centipedes, they will be docile in the presence of other Myconids.
Alright, well that's good.
Funny Sproutling punched a centipede with a dagger. This way!
I'm so glad I didn't actually kill it. That might have been a little hard to explain.
As we're walking by, can I throw a Fey energy dice into the centipede?
Okay. It wakes back up and it uses its tail to rub its head.
Like, huh?
And it just
I
kind
would
of
have only killed for one.
it kind of just leans back against the wall, like it's just got like a bad hangover. These are the spore servants, and that's where the rock demons come from. Can I come?
No.
How about you wait for us here? Okay. I think that might be the best thing to do. All right. Venturing forth from here, I feel we probably need to be cautious.
Okay.
No, not you, little Sporling. Sprout.
You stay here with your
You
spore
stay
servant.
here.
I'm not a sprout. I'm a fully grown adult venturer.
If it dies, it's on you, Pavel.
Avenger!
No.
Hey!
If even one thing dies, they'll throw their ecosystem off. You have to come back to your colony.
Make
They
a
depend on you.
persuasion check, Scamp.
Oh, now we're gonna have a fungus Jimmy. It's gonna learn awful quick if it's with us.
Spores start glowing red.
I don't think he would last too long either.
You look funny. Let's go on an adventure.
No, 3 hours. You need to stay here and watch the bears.
Okay.
Make sure the bears stay in place, protecting you.
Okay.
It's gonna follow us anyway. Well, not much we can do about it. Let's go forward.
I mean, we could always just try and make it stay.
How would we do that without being violent?
No.
As it attempts to follow you guys, the spore servant interposes itself and holds it back.
All right. Good job, Spore Servant.
Thank God.
How far away do we have to be from it to not hear it?
30 feet.
Okay.
You will soon learn that crying does not get you what you want.
I just wanted to tell my story of how I became an adventurer. Jeez.
I have to say, I am getting sick and tired of crevasses and pits and just deep holes. And I'll look over the edge.
There is a crevasse, otherwise known as a pit or a deep hole, ahead of you. It's 20 feet wide.
But it's not a chasm.
Also described as a chasm. It's 20 feet wide, and when you look down, Roland, you don't see the floor. However, you can hear something. There's someone down there.
Seb, I'd like to. That sounds like a howitzer.
Cage.
No, I'm just gonna pick up a stone and kind of like toss it in my hand a couple times, and I will cast light on the stone and just let it go down the chasm.
Alright, you continue hearing this old man giggling. Then you drop the stone down there, and then you hear this "Ow!" And you look down there, and it's 70 feet deep.
Oh, okay.
It's filled full of small bits of stone rubble, of the detritus, and that's about it. There's actually no one down there.
What?
Hallister playing another one of his little tricks. Alright, but this does pose a bit of an issue. How are we going to get across this safely?
Bat scamp.
It's one way.
Well, I could also teleport across.
I think
Giving...
Can't you only do that once a day?
I think Batscamp might give us our best option here.
All right.
Is this thing still on? Up.
You enjoy playing Howard way too much. Can Batscamp pick up I guess Brew might be the heaviest of us.
It's like 450 pounds carrying capacity.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say like Brew is heavy, but so is Darius and all of his armor. So, like, I think Pavel's probably third heaviest.
She can use her claws to grab
only
people and throw them across.
Cool.
Yes, that's what I do instead of just setting them down gently. No, not actually.
Just throw us.
Scam
Pavel's
taxis.
going first.
Scamp, whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Just toss us over one by one.
Scamp, you are the unsung hero of this team. I want you to know that.
Oh no, I think
you are the glue that holds us together.
Roland sings her praise.
Yeah.
For sure. So, not sure if it's unsung.
Have you not heard what Dagger thinks of her?
I mean, Nox had great respect. Nox is dead. Darius doesn't know her that well. I mean, he knows her kind of well, but not that well now, by comparison.
Alright, you guys make your way across the chasm, and you're in about a 20-foot high tunnel. It's all rough-hewn or natural-looking. There are different tunnels now branching off in a variety of different directions. So narrower ones to the east, wider ones to the south.
Perhaps it's time for Raven to do her thing once more.
Yes.
Where do you want me to go?
Starts west or east, and pick a direction and work your way either clockwise or counterclockwise.
Well, maybe south first. It seems to be the largest.
Okay, I'll start this way.
Alright, you continue ahead, scouting, and come to a fairly large room dotted with stalagmites, jutting up from the ground between 10 to 20 feet tall. It almost resembles a tooth-filled maw. Not only are there stalagmites, there's also stalactites. Plentiful rock formations that you actually need to kind of move around, and it's difficult terrain because, the stalactites and stalagmites, they almost go from floor to ceiling to form columns in some spaces, so it's like a little maze that you're going through, meandering around.
But these two tunnels connect to each other.
Now you see a cave open up, a 20-foot high cavern. more stalagmites and stalactites everywhere. It's pretty...
Let's put this one on hold. Let's investigate the north.
Okay, it's a lot narrower here. You need to go sideways at one section of it as you slip through. The walls are all slimy and there's a bit of water kind of flowing down from the walls in little puddles. You can hear dripping water. Fairly humid. Ground's kind of uneven. Alright, give me a stealth check, Raven. You can hear some noise now and you can see some light. Alright, you slow your pace a little bit, and you can like creep up around the corner if you want. You can hear some conversating. There's a 12-foot high cave, and there are 6 dwarves in full plate. And can't really tell what kind of dwarves, male or female. They all look the same. Some of them have beards. 3 of them have beards and 3 of them don't. And they're sitting around a small campfire. Each one has a small grey sack that's kind of spilled out next to them, and there's like looks like some food kind of spilled out, and they're picking at the food. And then a large grey sack, which is just kind of, they're all piled up in the corner, and they're just talking in dwarvish, with a bit of an undercommon kind of accent, but in dwarvish.
I do speak Dwarvish.
Alright, do you want to eavesdrop?
I do want to eavesdrop.
So the Deep King said we should find the crypt around here somewhere. It doesn't matter how much treasure we get. That big, bald, green-skinned giant with the glowing eyes and feathered wings will take it from us. I agree. Why the fuck are we allowing that creature to invade our territory? We should do what the Deep King has told us. He is the authority. You would go against him if he has told us to come down here and plunder the shrine of Vladikar. Then we shall do it. I heard the Deep King is going to give the treasure to that giant to earn its favor. Well, rest up, get your invisibility back, and we'll continue on soon. Now shut it. We don't know what else is lurking around here. It could be an invisible changeling watching us for all we know. That is oddly Pacific, Keith. I don't know, just a wild guess. And shock.
Okay, I will go back to the party.
Yeah. Sounds like a bunch of Duergar making camp, about to plunder some sort of crypt.
And I will let them know what I overheard. They're looking for a shrine of Vladikar. Whoever that is.
You could make anyone hearing that name could make a religion check to try and determine if they know who Vladikar is.
Well, maybe it's one of the few gods of this world I've heard of.
Alright, Roland, you've heard of Vladikar. You know that they have other names: the Exile, the Grey Protector, Master of Crafts, an evil dwarven deity worshipped by Duergar.
Right.
And Darius, you know a bit more than that. He was cast out from the rest of the Mordensman, the dwarven pantheon, and Vladikar has harbored bitter resentment ever since, viewing the rest of the pantheon as layabouts more concerned with outdated tradition than with progress. Vladikar is known for exploitation of slaves and greed. Very xenophobic. Very evil.
But they also are giving treasure to some green giant with glowing eyes. Did they
green
say
giant.
something about feathers with the green
Yeah,
giant?
bald-skinned giant with glowing eyes and feathered wings.
And feathered wings. Bald, green.
Is that ringing a bell?
Make a religion check.
Probably not.
You guys are trying to think of what that could be. Maybe a cloud giant. The characters.
I think it might be a cloud giant, but I've never heard of a cloud giant with wings.
In all my stories for giants, I've never heard of one with wings either.
Maybe they're prosthetic.
Darius, with your earlier religion check, you know what they're talking about. You're a cleric. Based on that description, this giant is a planetar.
Oh.
What?
Well, I mean, I guess they are of slightly giant-sized, but they are not actually giant-kin. A celestial being, one not to be fucked around with too much, as they are guardians and sometimes enforcers of the celestial plane.
Okay, and these dwarves are in league with this planetar, then.
That would
Well,
strike-
their king is apparently, and their king has told them to come get something from the shrine.
Right.
That's an interesting notion, as planetars are strictly celestial beings, which typically means they only work in service towards a greater good. At least a lawful balance as such.
Well, that's
Maybe there's
not
a-
entirely
If that's the
true.
case-
You actually recall a little bit more lore about planetar. You see, sometimes the celestial beings become a little bit overzealous, and they fall victim to evil, and they become fallen.
There's a really good example of that in Avernus.
Yeah, Zariel. Case in point.
Their moral compass can grant them a sense of infallibility that can sometimes spell their undoing.
Wait, so this
even
whole
though
time this
they've-
conversation,
Even though they've become evil, they still believe that they're doing the right thing
they're doing
in the
good.
name
Yeah.
of their deity.
So this whole time we've been having this conversation, I've been imagining Boo just like shaking his tiny little fist at Scamp, who is
harassing him because
Who's
he wouldn't
harassing
come
him?
to her.
in bat form. Just like you.
Alright, Boo's not going to stand for that. It leaps from your head
Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes!
and it bites you on the eyeball for 1 point of damage.
Oh shit!
And provokes an opportunity attack from you when it leaves your reach.
I'm not gonna take it.
Boo! Stop that!
I will
I
attempt
know-
to grapple it though.
Well, I can communicate with him telepathically, right? Since he's my
Yeah.
familiar. What is it? What does he actually feel about Scamp? What I want to know.
Wait till she
I
goes
know,
to sleep.
Oh.
Yeah, another evil cat.
I can. Well, I can't do it until we short rest. But I can summon a cat now.
I'm going to replace some of those blue
Oh,
healing
yeah.
pellets with some pellets of my own.
Oh. I think that would be noticed, Boo.
I don't have any of the healing pellets.
You will tomorrow.
Oh man. Well, so we know that there's some bad, presumably bad dwarves, over that way. Well, what was down here, Raven? Pointing to the
Fairly large cavern with stalagmites, stalactites. Hard to traverse.
Do we want to check that out? Or do we want to go and have a word with the not-so-friendly dwarves?
I'd prefer to start with the dwarves so they don't come in behind us.
I mean, if they hear us, yeah, probably can.
Well, and there's no guarantee. I mean, we don't know where this shrine is that what? We don't know where that is located. So
They called it a shrine.
yeah.
Maybe they can tell us.
Yeah, and if you said that they were going to take a rest, then get them before they take a rest, in case they turn hostile.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
if that is our chosen path, then I suppose we shall go forward. I will cast tongues at this point, so I can understand them. Do both of these lead to the same place, Raven?
Yes.
This one is much more open.
I head through a fairly narrow tunnel, and you have to go sideways.
south.
Scamp's not going to fit down there as a large creature as well.
I'll go back to being Scamp.
Okay.
Now south.
Alright.
You should see their light.
Yes.
Yeah, that. Like someone's coming.
Do I hear them say that?
Yeah, you guys can hear them armor clanking. Not
Okay.
trying to be quiet in any way.
Alright, since they've already heard us, I'll call out ahead. We mean you no harm, whoever you are. Oh, there you are.
Show yourself.
I'm right here. We just wish to speak. That is all.
They all stand up, and you can't tell one apart from the other because of their armor. Very sinister-looking helms, and we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh, so they
shit.
they attack immediately. Okay.
They don't attack immediately, but one of them yells out,
Ah! I don't like you because you look different than me. Die!
Oh, we're dealing with racists. Okay.
and they all enlarge.
Hey.
They enlarge themselves.
Hey,
They yell some
dealing with Duergar racists.
xenophobic epithets, and then they, as they enlarge, their war picks that they've grabbed have enlarged, and they basically just attack you on sight, slamming down the visors on their mean-looking bucket helms.
You're gonna die because the way you look.
They say, "Brew."
No, I have no problems with killing these people.
Tempest, we've got a fight on our hands. I'll bonus action to rage.
So when you rage, you can also move half your movement speed as part of the bonus action as well.
Oh, right, this new thing here.
Instinctive Pounce. It's neato.
I particularly like that it has the word pounce in it.
Brew pounces on them. Wow.
Scamp gives a thumbs up.
I'll move up here. This one to the west here, Garlinth. I'll take a swing at him. Plate armor, hey? I'll swing reckless.
Yeah, full plate and a shield they have.
Oh, might take a bit to poke through you tin cans.
Hit. Wow! The Duragar lets out a scream. Hit him for 30 points of damage. And he takes a couple of steps back and almost drop him.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice swing.
Well, in that case, I'll just swing again.
And that hits. You get through the Duragar's guard, and with a lick of flame, he hits the ground.
Huh. Alright, Tempest. Well, don't know. you might not need to be here for this one.
He looks different than us! Get him! They say. Raven.
Okay, I whisper to Centimorn, want to help with some evil racist dwarves.
You had me at racist. Let's do this.
Okay.
Yeah, me and racist. Let's roll.
And 28 is a hit. And
Goodbye.
You just see the sunblade straight through her chest, killing her instantly.
Okay, that's all I can do. Can't move.
What the hell? How did she get here? Oh my goodness, it's an invisible changeling! I told you this day would come!
He says to the dead one.
I called it!
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, he's paranoid about invisible changelings.
I called it! He says. You each owe me 5 gold pieces.
Scan.
Alright, I'm not gonna kill one because I'm not as powerful as the two that went before me, but I am going to frostbite and chalk there.
And Chok's arm becomes covered in ice, slowing down his weapon arm. Alright, Clom is going to take one of their enlarged javelins and hurl it at Brew.
Bring it.
It pokes into you for 8 piercing damage.
What the hell? Why did he not die?
Cage.
So he's going to step forward. Get him in view. Oh, there's quite a few of them. Cage will just firebolt this guy. Go big for...
That hits.
Nice.
The firebolt slams into the breastplate of the Duragar, knocking him back, scorching him badly, burning his beard.
I'm not going to burn anything for the fight. I'll just take a couple steps back up. To the shadows like I like.
Rolling.
Alright. So let's kind of move a little bit this way. Roland will do some quick calculations in his head.
Whoa.
I can't tell if the center is
Take a look.
like within.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Watch out, the elf's got a fireball!
Yes, I do.
I hate it even more because an elf's doing it!
Roland is just like rolling with the elf thing at this point.
Alright. Being Duergar, they are very resistant to magic, and only the one on the left fails. The rest get scorched for 16 fire damage, but that is enough to bring
Kill
Anchok
Anchok.
to the grave. And scorch the other
Oh
one's beards.
no! Oh no! I have killed Anchok with my elven ways. Whatever shall I do?
This one yells out,
That was my brother! We have the same name!
Ah,
Surname! Not first name!
I didn't even. If it makes you feel any better, I didn't even know you were a woman.
Thank you! Is it the beard?
Yes. I'm gonna give.
We're also sexist!
I'm not gonna use a bonus action, but I will. Let's see, I moved 10 foot there. Let's do that. Hopefully, I'm not aggroing anything else, and that's my turn.
Alright. Zata stomps forward and comes in at Brew with an enlarged war pick. And hits Brew straight on the center of his head for 2 piercing damage. It just kind of blocks the sharp war pick.
I use my head to block it.
Pavel.
Okay. I'm gonna have my rapier out and kind of stab it. Oh, I don't know why I have a plus on. Gotta take it off.
12 is a miss. The Duergar swings around its massive shield and ting! Blocks you. That hits. You go through for the gap underneath the bucket helm and pierce the Duergar straight through the neck. This ogre-sized Duergar slams down onto the ground.
Turn right there.
Boo is
Boo
just
just
doing some
dodging.
shadow boxing. He's dodging.
Let me at him. Let me at him.
Alright, this Duergar stomps forward and comes in swinging their war pick at Raven. Gah! Ting! Miss. They pick
Can I
the
get-
roll.
I'll use my reaction from my new Sentinel feat and use the third item there.
Nice.
Hit.
Leave her alone.
You sweep Sundeath across the Duergar, and the 22 damage drops the Duergar dead on top of the corpse of the other one. Darius.
Ten, 20. Oh. I call out in Dwarvish. Your mother swings a hammer like an elf. and I will cast a Toll the Dead on Clorn. I think that's the name. The one in the north of the cavern there.
You melt him.
Schmelted.
And that's what we call a one-rounder.
Ah, well. You would think that they wouldn't be so racist being so weak.
I have found that many racists are very weak. Punching them in the nose at least once, and they all flutter away as paper.
About a
Yeah,
minute
that's it.
later, they shrink down to their regular size, going from 8 feet tall to 4 feet tall.
Okay, next time I have my soundboard up, I really need to have the Mario, like...
Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the actual correct. Well, while they're dead, let's check bodies. What do they got?
Surprisingly, not much. I mean, they're in full plate.
Yeah.
They do have sacks with them. So each
they
Duragar
have not plundered yet.
Yeah, each Duragar has a small grey sack, and there's a few rations in each one. Looks like they were just opening some of them and feasting now, and that's about it. No other supplies, no ropes or lanterns or anything like that, except for the weapons, the pickaxes that they carry, and shields, and a few javelins each. And then they also have an empty, large grey sack, and there's 6 of them just kind of piled up in the corner. And they wear full plate, and they have black iron shields strapped to their arms. Didn't take off their shields to rest, because why would you? They're utilitarian. There'd be no reason for taking off your shield. I guess it is easy to eat, but Duragar don't really pride themselves on being fanciful. They're covered in grease as well, and dirt. So are their rations and their greasy gauntlets. Didn't even take off their helms either. They just kind of open their visors and ate through that.
Barbarians. No offense.
Pretty sure they weren't barbarians, because none of them were.
Philistines, Neanderthals, and whatever you want to call it. Uncivilized.
Rednecks.
Still kind of feel like you're talking about
I would not call Brew a redneck.
Brew wonders why everyone's talking about it.
No, other than the redneck part. Yeah, that armor would be worth something if we can haul it back.
It'd be more worth than more work to carry it than it would be worth.
A single suit of full plate weighs 65 pounds. There are 6 suits, so 390 pounds or something like that.
Yeah, that would fill up a bag of holding almost all on its own.
Yeah.
But, you would get about 3,000 gold for it if you sold it.
Yeah.
Perhaps let's keep going on, keep exploring a bit. And after we get the pieces of the runestone, then perhaps we can come back and grab some of this armor before we head back up to the top.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Alright, so which way? Okay, so we haven't been that way or that way. Was there nothing to see over here, or?
This is the Stalactite Room, right?
This one that you're in, yeah.
No, it leads back down to where we went. It leads back down to the south. I want to go through the Stalactite Room now.
We might as well.
Seems like a good place to find rock demons.
Rock demons.
You guys ever heard of a rock demon?
I hope it's not a roper's.
I've never heard of such called rock demons, but I suppose it could be one of several monsters, ropers being one of them.
You reckon that big stalagmite with the glowing thing at its top could be a roper?
I surely hope not.
Imagine that. 120-foot tall roper. Wow.
I mean,
that's called a roper sovereign.
Yeah, that'd be unbelievably scary.
Funny enough, in a homebrew campaign, I definitely made a roper queen that was like giant. It was huge. And gnarly.
All right, so Dagadu, does that way go back up to where we were originally?
Yeah, this goes
Right.
back up to where we were.
And then there's another way to the south here. And what have you found over there, Brew?
Well, I'm not sure. The ground's a bit different.
It's full of dirt.
Huh. Well, different ground usually means something unique.
Everyone, hold up. We got
Uh-oh.
no initiative.
Oh no, it's. Oh,
I think I found something.
Alright, you move into this cave, Brew, and it's about 10 feet high. And the ground's packed full of dirt. All of a sudden, the ground starts to move, and mummies burst up out of the dirt, crawling out of their dirty graves. And they're kind of stumpy, about 4 feet tall, quite broad shoulders and heads. They look like dwarf mummies. Their mouths are nothing more than foul, toothy openings. Their fingers desiccated and decayed, looking like dried chilies, each finger. Their fists rotting. Scamp. They're not graceful about this emergence from the ground either. They're cursing, screaming, mumbling in dwarvish, but mostly just making noises, and you guys literally see the corpses rise up out of the ground. No one's surprised or anything. Scamp, you're up.
Well, that's not good. Let's see. Yeah. Well, I'll frostbite that guy in the center there.
Ice emanates around the dwarf mummy and starts to freeze up one of its rotting hands slightly. Pavel.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna use a bonus action misstep. Right over here. Okay, you're gonna have the pistol out this time. Common or special? It's pretty good. Oh god. I know daggers there. Hopefully. Gonna shoot this one first. With the sharpshooter.
Hit.
Nice.
You break off some of the funerary wrappings, bits of desiccated flesh. It's like its internals are all hollow.
Keep shooting at the same one I shot before because I don't know which one lost health.
That's a hit. Another chunk of it is broken off.
Final attack.
Hit. You break off more of the mummy. It's like a pinata, but the prize inside is nothing, because that's what a mummy is. Everything's been taken out.
Pavel, just to let you know, I don't think the -5 is factored in.
Oh, it's already. I subtracted it from the total. So total with common or special would be 13. 13 minus 5 would be 8.
Yeah, +8 would definitely be a -5.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Can I fit in this little corner here?
Let me see it. It would be. That would be squeezing.
Oh, damn. Yeah, it's not like I'm gonna. Well, is anyone else gonna be squeezing there or just me?
Oh, I think my Firefox just crashed. Oh, okay, yep. This is why I hate Firefox. You can end your turn in that square, but you'll be squeezing. I have to reload now. I don't know why Firefox does this, but I'm just loading back in. But yeah, if basically if the wall takes up at least half the square or more, then it's a small space that you need to squeeze into.
I'll squeeze in there for now and then move out of it in later turn.
Okay. Getting loaded back in a second. Whoa. Okay. Firefox decided to open like 100 tabs.
Whoa.
Whose turn is next?
It's mine.
You can take your turn, Darius. I'm pretty much loaded
All
back
right.
in.
I am so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There. Something I don't get to do very often. Yeah, fuck it. I will grasp my symbol of helm on my belt and cast turn undead / destroy undead. There below CR2.
You hold up your holy symbol, and these creatures make wisdom saves. It's any undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet. So that is going to get all of them. And just got to check something quickly here as well. Okay. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 wisdom saves.
Ooh.
What's your DC, Darius?
18.
Okay, it doesn't destroy any of them, but all the ones that failed are going to be turned. I'll give them a frightened icon. They'll have to move away from you. And then when they can't get any further away,
They're above a CR2?
they'll just kind of dodge in the corner until they're attacked or 1 minute goes by.
I can't remember what CR's mummies are. Oh, which I mean, these might not be regular mummies anyways, so.
Yeah. But I honestly actually didn't know, so I was like, nah, fuck it. Crapshoot.
They might be daddies instead of mummy.
If you're British.
Most of them seem to abhor your holy symbol, turning away from you and almost like clawing back into their dirty graves. That's exactly what this one does. It just goes underground, digs itself back into its grave. This one is going to provoke an attack of opportunity from Dagger.
No.
Okay. It then provokes an opportunity from Brew.
Sure.
That hits. It's not turned anymore, so it immediately turns back around. The blade hits it, and the fire really catches it. It's vulnerable to fire, so it takes 21 damage. As it's shambling away, it turns around, and you see some of the wrappings from its eyes, where its eyes would be, start to fall away, and there's just these two glowing purple lights. These two orbs, and they glare at you, Brute. Make a wisdom saving throw against being frightened. You resist its glare, and then it just comes in trying to kind of punch you, and it misses. Raven.
Okay, I will attack this one. First I will ask someone to wakey wakey. We have mummies to kill.
I'm here. Undead?
Undead.
Then they must be vanquished.
19?
19 hits. And the radiant energy sears through the mummy for 43 damage. It gets
I do
schmelted.
extra damage, right?
Yeah, I think so. With the, I think it does like. I always get confused between this and the Holy Avenger.
I think the Sunblade does an extra D8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so.
You've
Oops, that's a D6.
okay, a nice roll. You've melted through the dwarf mummy, almost bringing it back to death. It's like falling apart.
Nice.
And that's extra radiant damage. The D8, so
Yeah.
I'm done.
Brew.
I'll swing at the one that Dagger just attacked.
Hit. And it's dead. The blade cuts through it, the fire burns it away.
And then the one to my left that I broke the turning on. Oh, that's why you didn't attack it, Dagger.
That hits it. 32 damage. The fire is working well. You cleave into the mummy. The blade cuts into its desiccated flesh. The fire burns its wrappings.
Move up here and try to get a tactical position on that one.
Alright, this one just gets to the wall and then just burrows back down into the dirt. Another one is not turned. Its gaze meets yours, Brew. It's love at first sight. Oh no, wait, that's something else.
Mummy!
It's a wisdom saving throw. Actually, no. Well, it does it, but it doesn't actually affect you. I mean, it does it, but yeah, you're not affected by it. You're actually immune to it, and it just runs up to you, shambling forward. It reaches out with its disgusting hands, and it slaps you for 17 damage. As you take a look at where it hit you, there's this almost like a curse. It's like this disgusting little patch of necrotic energy left on you. Make a Constitution saving throw. You just lick your hand and rub it off, and it goes away. Alright, this one, it hates Darius. They're pretty slow moving, but it shambles off enough to get away from him. It does provoke an opportunity attack from you, Brew.
Not on this one, no.
It then burrows back down into its grave. Roland.
Alright, let's I know this one looks like it's turned, but if I hit it, I think I'll be able to kill it. So let's well, I don't know, do I actually have a line of sight on it? There's kind of a weird little shape there. Okay. I'll firebolt it.
Before you do that, Roland, you try to cast a spell and you become racked with pain. Like it's just like it feels like you've just been stabbed in the chest.
Okay.
When you try to cast a spell, that happens.
But I'm not. Am I still able to cast it?
You can, but you have to fight through the pain.
Okay. I'm trying to decide if it's worth it to go after one that's already turned. Okay, now, if I'm feeling pain like that, I think that I will not do that.
Okay.
I will instead bonus action power chord for the 5 that I can see. So everyone but myself and Brew should get the 14 and a movement if you want it.
Alright. I'll also be moving.
And I will tell Scamp that something's happening with my magic, and it hurts to cast.
Hurts to pee? Oh, sorry, I misunderstood.
It hurts to let the stream go. The stream of magic. I think so. For my action, I'm just gonna dodge.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a magic kidney stone. Ugh.
Painful.
Yeah. That's it.
Boo is going to jump on Scamp and use the help action. So if anyone tries to attack her, it will have advantage.
You did a boo!
Failed one check.
Just a jerk.
Amazing. The hamster gets to go. That's a better initiative than I do.
It's a dread hamster. Yeah.
Cage.
So after seeing the pain in casting, Cage is going to apprehensively cast Firebolt at this guy.
Alright, you're also racked in pain. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
The pain is too much, and the spell fails. You take 2 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah, see, I definitely would fail that. So
as you continue going through with that spell, it's just the pain's overwhelming. The spell has no effect and is wasted, and you also get hurt.
Shit, what?
Cage is going to back off.
What does that?
I don't know.
Something strange. This mummy's gonna get away from Darius and then burrow back down into its grave. And this one will do the same thing. Scamp.
I don't know what's causing the stuff, but if it's affecting you guys both, there's probably not much I can do about it.
Hams is pointing at Scamp. Attack her! Attack her now! I have her! She is exposed, she is weak!
What a little asshole.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't want to go in there if I can't cast magic.
Yeah.
And things have advantage on attacking me. I'll just use my action to healer's kick Cage. That's 21 health for you, Cage.
Thank you.
Pavel.
Shoot to this man. Sharpshooter shot.
That's a hit. And poof, you break a big chunk of that mummy away.
second.
12 hits.
Ooh. Oh wow, that's surprising.
Yeah, the toilet paper that it's wrapped in doesn't really provide very good armor. And you break it apart with that shot.
Then, that's my last shot. Gonna shoot that one right over there.
Hit. And the bullet goes straight through it, taking out a chunk of desiccated flesh. Grounds here is all kind of packed earth, a couple of soft patches here and there where the mummies have been burrowing. Darius.
All the mummies ran away. That was what they're supposed to do. Haha. I will. 10, 15, 20. And yeah, fuck it. I'm just going to Planar Warrior and I will make 2 whip attacks. Bonus action Planar Warrior. 2 attacks.
Hit. You whip a nice chunk off of it. Hit. There's not a loud bang. Well, there's bang on the first one. The second one's just a whipping sound, and you're just like easily cutting through this mummy. Raven.
Well, they're all in my way. Come over here. I'll bonus action dash.
Hit.
Ooh.
Good.
It opens up this disgusting toothy maw, trying to bite you, and just jam the sunblade straight through its mouth, vanquishing it. 46 damage turns it into fiery ash, just enough to finish it off. The rest have burrowed into the dirt.
Oh, Darius, I'm glad you turned them. They hit pretty hard.
So the only reason that room is a different color is so they can come out of the floor easier.
Grave dirt.
Ah.
It's something to my magic.
Yeah, I'm gonna begin to cast prestidigitation just to see if
you feel like someone is giving you the worst nipple cripple you've ever had.
Oh, stop casting it immediately.
Huh. It didn't interrupt my Misty Step. The feeling you're getting.
It didn't. The feeling goes away pretty quickly now too. You kind of get back to normal fairly quickly.
What in the world? It's a very strange feeling. I don't like it. Not one bit.
Have you and Cage come down with a disease?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Just check
Hopefully
his temperature.
You can make a medicine check, Scamp.
Oh, I'll hold on to Boo while she puts her hand on my forehead.
Okay. Boo gives a opposite of the help action, tries to give Scamp disadvantage. And
Just trying to hit her hand away, no, stop it.
It looks perfectly fine. You don't see anything wrong with Roland.
I mean, I feel fine now.
And
It's just
you take 1 point of piercing damage in the process. Boo bites your hand.
Boo, boo, behave.
Alrighty. As you guys move up here, we're going to wrap up tonight's session.
okay. I'm gonna start threatening Boo. Boo, if you don't stop that, I'm going to put you in your
Dimensional space.
She started
Yeah.
it. She started it. She was
No, she
attacking
didn't.
you.
She
She was
not.
trying to karate chop your head.
I don't think she was.
She was doing an open palm technique. I've heard of this. It might not hurt you, and then 3 days later, you'll die.
Oh, Boo is so world wise.
Well, I mean,
Well, he is a
space
space
traveling
hamster.
hamster.
He is a space traveling hamster, so you never know.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you all very much. Hope you had a good night, and I'll see you
Thanks,
next
Seb.
week.
Thank you,
All
Seth.
right.
Thanks a
Thank
lot,
you.
Seth. Have a great holiday.
Thanks,
Later.
everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving to
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah. Happy
Yeah.
Thanksgiving to all.